Okay. So that's that. So I'll set up a tab in YouTube. Huh. Where did I go? There I am. High five, Dutchman. Good to see you, buddy. Copying the link. Good to see you, Dutchman. Thanks for coming in. We'll see how we do on a Wednesday night. See if I can stop picking at my ears. I don't know why I do that, but I do. I get conscientious of it on camera. I had a nice Wednesday. I hope you did too. Well, I haven't been back to the other place. Let me go look. Yep. Okay. Hey, Joe G. How you doing, buddy? Joe G, I hope you had a good day. Marilyn M. How you doing, Marilyn? Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Let me get caught up then. Okay. There we go. If anybody cares for the link and wants to come up on the panel, you just ask me in the chat and I'll post the link. Yeah, Marilyn, of course. I do this a couple times a week, this panel thing. Sometimes it's a lot of fun. Mm. I think if less frequency, I think is better. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to do this every night. I don't think I'd even want to do it every other night. I do it about twice a week, and I think that works out just about fine for me. So, okay, so he's over there. I'm trying to get my tabs organized. You want the link to come up? You're a lady, you're saying, huh? Here's the link. You're going to grab it and put it away somewhere? Whatever you want, Joe. No worries at all. Just got to feed the kids. Yep. Got to do what you got to do. Absolutely. Okay. There you go. Perfect. I like it. Hey, SW, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, fishy things. What's up? I saw you? You went back up. I was in your chat earlier, but you went back up and you had a side by side. I was on my way out then, so I didn't come in and talk. I sometimes get a little like if I'm not going to be somewhere for more than a couple minutes, I don't say anything at all. You know what I mean? Fishy things. Hello, Scott. Uh-oh, we got fishy things. Hey, what's up?
What's
Listen,
up?
I saw you catch that sturgeon yesterday.
Oh, you did? Nice. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool, huh?
that was cool, man. We have
Yeah.
sturgeon here in the Hudson. I've never caught one. I did see someone one time caught a sturgeon off the bank here at the Hudson. It was about 3 feet long. It wasn't as big as the one you had.
Right on, right on. Yeah, my
But
oldest video, I caught one that was about 5 feet. It was the first video that started my YouTube, actually.
Oh, nice.
So,
I have
yeah.
I have heard of people catching big ass sturgeon out here though, like 8, 9 feet long.
Yeah, are they lake sturgeon out in the Hudson?
No, sir. This is brackish with tidal.
Oh, so yeah, they're probably
Where I live, man, I'm about
huge.
15 miles north of Manhattan.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
I get 3.5 feet of tide every day, twice a day. I get it.
Nice.
So we get
So yeah, those are bigger than the ones we have here in Wisconsin. Then
the sturgeon in this river are bigger. Yes.
Yeah, I think our state record is about 175 pounds, which is nothing to scoff at. That's a nice fish, you know.
No, that was a nice fish. That sturgeon you caught was a nice fish. Did you say it was 47 inches long?
So I didn't have a tape measure, but the guy I was fishing with today, or well, side by side with, you know what I mean, like the split screen thing. He told me that if you count the nodes on the side of
On the side? Yeah.
that not only tells you the age, but that'll give, if you add 5 to 6 inches, that'll give you the size. So there was like 43 or 44 nodes on it. So I'm calling it 4 foot. It was, it was about a 48
It looked like it was every bit of 4 foot long.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, definitely not the biggest sturgeon I've caught yet, but it was a nice one. It was a good fish to catch. It was fun to catch, and yeah, always a good deal. Not a lot of people catch a 4 foot fish, especially freshwater. I mean, saltwater, I get it. There's monsters in saltwater, but where's my? Oh, I know what I can do here. Just put you up there, and then I'll be able to read the chats. How's everyone doing tonight? You guys hear me?
In the chat, they look like they're doing okay, holding their own.
Let's see if I can get y'all pulled up screen so I can see the chat too. I hope you don't mind. I saw the link and I was just like, yeah, I
No,
like going.
you're more
I
than
like going
welcome.
live on Dougie Doug.
You're more than welcome here anytime.
Right on. I like it here.
Cool. Well, we're just getting started. So we'll see how we do.
Money to like order a pizza or something. Not really. So what have you been up to, Dougie Doug?
Played bridge tonight.
Nice. That's a complicated. That's a game for people with brains.
Bridge is a very cerebral game. It's very,
Yeah.
you gotta.
A lot of math.
You can't just casually play bridge.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We had dinner. My dad's cousin is in town, as it happens, and his wife, I guess, or girlfriend or something. They're all older than me, so I don't really know, and I don't ask. You know what I mean?
Right. Fair enough.
So.
Babe, do you have Dougie Doug in your subs? Okay. Yeah, we've been getting all my supporters and getting my wife to sub to everyone that's like in my little YouTube world,
Okay, cool.
So got that going for us. So if you see Emmykins pop up anywhere, that's my wife.
It's always nice to have subs. It's nice when people come in the chat and talk too.
She won't do a lot of that, probably. She'll probably pop in and say
I don't get all
hi.
fussed about it though, because I have no monetary expectation from my channel. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, I'm trying not to. I definitely don't have any expectations. It's like it'd be nice if I got money, but ever since I started my channel, it's been, hey, I'm only doing things I like doing either way. So if I get money too, that'd be cool. If not, I'm having a good time.
Good. That's what it needs.
Huh?
That's what it needs. Have a good time.
Can you just pull it up with your phone or something onto the TV? I just want to be able to see the chat. And I spelled it wrong.
Okay. So you were live a couple times today, right? And you always have that. It seems to me like you have a partner when you fish. That guy that's with you, right?
Well, yeah. It's not like he's not supposed to be part of it. He's a friend of mine, and he just kind of always shows up. Like we live in the same area, and he knows, so he sees me, and then he shows up. Or sometimes we'll plan it and go together. But yeah, I think he's just excitable about the whole YouTube thing, and I don't know. That's not like part of the plan. Like he's not supposed to be part of my channel, but he's my friend, and he shows up all the time. So
that's good.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I see you in the chat talking about coming up. If you want to come up, you're all welcome.
But yeah, I guess I joke that he's my sidekick, you know.
Hmm. I've
But
fished.
he's got his
I've
own
fished.
channel now that he's growing too.
Hmm.
So
I've fished a couple times on my live stream, but only like incidentally. It wasn't like it was about fishing. It was like I was live streaming at the river, and I threw my line out, did a little fishing.
right,
My daughter caught a nice catfish on one of my live streams.
nice. What kind of cat?
These ones in the river, they are
Channel cats, probably.
channel
Okay.
cats, yeah.
Yep.
And they get pretty big. I've caught like 8, 9, 10 pounders out here, but I've never seen like a big catfish come out of the river. Not a big one, you know. We get, of course, white perch down here, and we could get in the season. We could get stripers or bluefish.
Okay.
I used to catch bluegills down here, but I haven't in years. Like bluegills, the water is brackish, right? It's brackish water.
Right.
So we get river eels, which are nasty, and I hate it when you always know when it's an eel because the first thing that happens is your line goes like this. You can tell when you get an eel.
Yeah.
And then he'll wrap his tail around something on the bottom, and all of a sudden you'll be like, "Oh shit," you know. We also get seasonally we'll get shad also. There's blue crab. There's a load of blue crab in the river. Here's the thing about where I live on this river. Anything I've ever eaten that came out of the river tastes like diesel fuel to me. You know?
Yeah.
Blue crab, catfish, stripers, anything that comes out of the river, to me it tastes like diesel fuel.
Oh. So, yeah, it's a pretty industrial area, right? Like there's a lot of factories on the Hudson.
They've been trying to clean it up for like 40 or 50 years now. It used to be the PCB level was so high they recommended don't eat anything.
Right.
That's when I was a kid. Now they give you limits, what you can eat in a month, how many of what. But I don't eat any of it. I catch and release everything in this river.
Yeah. I do mostly catch and release. I'll eat stuff sometimes. A lot of times if I catch like a new species, I like to try and eat a fish that I've never eaten before.
A strange species? Okay.
Yeah, like a species I've never caught or never eaten before. Like I catch a lot of carp, but I've never eaten one, and I really want to. I think I'm gonna try it one of these times.
What I hear about carp is that they're very greasy and full of little bones.
Yeah. Well, I filleted them just to use as cut bait,
Mm-hmm.
And the meat looks really good to me. It kind of reminds me of beef, actually.
Well, that's when I used to live out west. We used to fish in the Snake River with trout fish, right? And of course, if you're not fly fishing, which we would do often, but sometimes we would bottom fish, and you catch a sucker. So you chop that thing up right away and put them on the hook, and the trout, of course, will go for that. Too Tall Rob, what's up, buddy? What's up, Too Tall? Yeah, the cut bait works.
Oh,
the other thing, believe it or not, we've got a trout will rise up to the surface and take a cheese doodle. You know?
Yeah.
You can literally, or a Frito chip. Put it on your hook.
Yeah, I can see that.
They'll come right up and go for that.
We accidentally found the wrong Dougie Doug.
There's other Dougie Dougs. I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
I'm not the first one either. Hello, TR.
We're having some technical difficulties here. So if the chat's saying anything to me, I don't know yet.
Oh, you can't see the chat?
Well, for some reason, we keep going into one of your old lives.
Well, can you click on the avatar? It should go to my channel then, right?
Huh?
Hello, Pinky. How you doing, Pinky? Listen, I'm gonna excuse myself for 1 minute. I'll be right back. Don't worry about
All right.
it, fishy things. I'll be right back.
I got this. There we go. Okay. All right. Except I still can't see the chat. Right. Hmm. So I should just go grab another phone. Oh, there it is. Here in Phoenix, in the canals, the water management company will raise fish called white amur, which are used to consume algae and weeds. They are native to China. They look similar to trout. Very interesting, Dutchman.
Okay. Mhm. A white ammer. Never heard of it. Hey, Beard.
Tell Rob hello. Good to see you all.
You got the chat up now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. If anybody wants to come on the panel, ask me for the link and I'll post it.
You glow for an hour after eating them. Right on. Oh, shoot. I can't start that. So tomorrow I'm gonna do my first live from my boat. So that's pretty exciting.
Nice. Billy
Yeah.
Mallon. Hey, Billy. Long time no see. Oi, oi.
Oi, oi. We're a soccer hooligan.
Let's have a look. Bill Mallon. That's a different account. I'm not sub to it. I'll sub up to it and I'll make you a mod, Billy. Let me get back over there. Hope you're doing well, Billy. I'll make you a standard mod like everybody else. I'm doing good, man. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Billy's from England.
Okay. Yeah.
Meaning it's what is it, 2:30 in the morning over there or something
Oh,
like that.
goodness.
Absolutely.
So what's everyone else up to?
Who's everyone else? In the chat, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just asking chat in general, people. Talk about some stuff, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Dutchman, of course, lives in Arizona. Beard gets up to some stuff sometimes. He live streams. Pinky also live streams.
Right on.
They are content creators, although I really don't like the word content. I know people get all stressed, and as a streamer, right? The people get all uptight about content and blah blah blah. I try not to worry about like any of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not stressing content. I'm not trying to make things happen. I'm not trying to, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like I said, I have no monetary expectation, so it's easy.
Right. Yeah, I don't have a monetary expectation either, but I would consider myself an artist. I don't know if that's a content creator, but
Artist is good.
Yeah, I do consider myself an artist. But I mean, I think we're all artists, really. Everybody that creates anything is an artist.
Yeah. And so you mean not tactile art, not stuff that you look at, more like visual art.
Well, I make music too.
You make
And
music, obviously.
yeah.
Musicians are artists. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, the whole process of, and poetry, and I write poetry, and but yeah, the whole process of like like anyone could make a video, right? You just hit record. But like for like my long form stuff, I'm editing it. I'm picking and choosing what spots of the video I want to show at what, and then putting my own music to the background of it, and like trying to get it all to flow together into a cohesive piece of art. You know what I mean?
Nice. Okay, Beard. That's an art. That's an art form too, I guess.
What's
So what am I
that?
supposed to do? Hey, Tiffany, how you doing, Tiffany? Good to see you. Oh, Beard says he considers himself an asshole, and there's an art to that, I suppose.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, there's definitely an art to being an asshole. Absolutely. And there's different forms of assholes.
Sure.
Not every one of them shits the same. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. Here's this link I'm supposed to post, right, for YouTube.
Did you know that wombat poop perfectly square hoops, little cubes?
What's that?
Wombats, when they poop out in cubes.
I've never looked at wombat scat. I've never had a good look. Never had a good look at it.
It defies all science and logic. It blows. There's no scientific explanation.
The wombat.
Yep.
I might have to look that up, maybe, or maybe I'll just take your word for it. But I don't know.
No, look it up. It's kind of crazy.
Well, like I said, I don't doubt you. I don't believe you would sit here and say that if you didn't have some kind of basis for it.
No, I might.
But I know that in Wyoming, they gather moose pellets.
Yeah.
Which is the shit, and they make jewelry out of them.
Oh, wow.
And they sell them in the stores to the tourists in Jackson. Literally,
like,
moose pellet earrings and shit like that.
Wow. How does it stand up? Like,
I suppose they shellac them. I don't know. What do you do?
Yeah.
Let it dry. Put a coat of clear coat.
I mean, do moose turds like have? Do they look unique?
I don't know. I've never examined them too closely myself.
Yeah.
I never felt inclined to go gather them and look at them and investigate them.
Well, I mean, if someone saw it and said, "Hey, that would make beautiful jewelry," there must be something really unique about their turds, right?
No, they look like little brown pellets.
Oh.
Right, and they make them into earrings, and they put in other stuff, maybe necklace pendants. I don't know, but I shit you not, people buy that.
Retired Beard says that shit sells.
Like an obelisk. I've never noticed that myself, Pinky.
I have not either.
But
his profile picture is David Bowie. That's cool.
Yes, she has the David Bowie profile picture. Pinky
I like that. I love David Bowie.
I am a huge David Bowie fan. I have been since like middle school.
So for a while now, the next time I go do karaoke, I really, really want to sing.
Hello, Brian.
What is that song called?
Is it a David Bowie song?
Yes, it's a David Bowie.
What album would it be on?
Moon Age Daydream. That's the song.
Freak Out in a Moon Age Daydream. Oh yeah.
Yep, okay. That's the one I want to sing. I want to karaoke that
that's
one
of course
so bad.
On Ziggy Stardust.
Yes.
Now the thing about the Ziggy Stardust album is that there wasn't a bad song on it, right?
No, I mean
a lot of Bowie's albums are like that, but later on, after Scary Monsters, I didn't really like. Then they had that Put On Your Red Shoes and Dance. Well, I kind of lost interest in the later David Bowie. You know what I mean?
Well,
the last album that I ever bought of Bowie's was Scary Monsters, which was probably the last one that I really got into. After that, there was China Girl, there was Let's Dance.
Yeah.
Those albums I didn't pay much attention to, and I didn't really like them.
So you know who the best artists on those albums are?
Who the best artists on them are?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh.
So David Bowie session Stevie Ray Vaughan to do the guitar work for those later albums. And that was before Stevie Ray Vaughan was his own big deal, you know. So that's kind of an interesting little fact.
What's going on in the chat there with Pinky and Tiffany?
I think I think it's playful banter.
I hope so. These things, I assume, yeah. It's a metaphor. Yeah, okay. Ease up. I don't think anybody's trying to get after you, Tiffany. I think Pinky's just
I think they're just playing. Yeah, it seems like flirting.
hello, relentless. Seems like
Yeah.
flirting. Huh?
It's like you know, when you're in grade school and some girl runs up and kicks you in the shin, and you're like, "Why'd you do that?" And it's because she thinks you're cute.
Now, Tiffany and Pinky, let me just say that you've both been on my panel, and I don't know what you know. You've both been on my panel. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think it's probably misunderstanding. The thing about chat is it's not hard to misunderstand.
Oh yeah,
You don't hear any voice inflection, right? So it can be difficult to tell.
definitely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I get misunderstood a lot because I'll say some wacky stuff sometimes, and if it's in a text, it's like, "What's wrong with this guy?" But if I'm smiling and laughing when I'm saying it, then it's like, "Oh, he's joking." I get it now. You know?
Oh, okay. No, they do have history. I'm reading it now. Well, let's leave that at the door, please, ladies, if you would kindly. I'm not worried about any of that, and we're not going to talk about stuff that happened in other chats, right? So, and in answer to your question, Tiffany, no, I have no idea. Obviously, I don't. But I'm not going to worry about it.
Oh wow. What? Okay. Well,
Oh, Tiffany.
I mean,
Yeah, okay. Well, like I said, I can't. I would hope that when people came to my chat, that they left all their other stuff outside. That would be my hope. Of course, I had no guarantee for that. And here's Pastor. So Satan himself has arrived.
oh, Satan himself, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, that's exciting.
Mhm.
What's up, Satan? Okay. I got a brand new stand here I'm trying out for the first time. This is exciting.
Is it a tripod for your phone?
Yeah. It's a new one, so I can put
Hello, SA.
2 on it. And so now I can read the chat on like a tablet and then still be recording with the phone. It's
You
pretty
have
cool.
a tripod that holds 2 devices, right?
Yep. Right now, this is the first time using it.
Okay. I have a nice tripod. It holds my phone, but if I want to put my tablet on it, I have to extend it all the way out to maximum, and it doesn't hold the tablet very well.
Ah. Yeah, we have a smaller tablet. It's probably the size of 3 phones, maybe.
They make those phones now that flip open, and they're like double wides.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want one of those.
No, I
don't
don't
know
think I
why.
do either. I don't know why. Listen, I showed you my phone, didn't I? This is
Uh-uh.
my phone.
Oh, okay. There you go. So it still kind of looks weird because I'm like looking up. Huh? Can we get them like side by side?
Oh my. Hello, Frenchie.
Frenchie, what's up, Frenchie? Frenchie's one of my regulars.
Frenchie's been around for a little while now. I see him almost everywhere. Hey,
Yeah,
Marilyn.
he's awesome. Yep, he comes to a lot of my fishing lives. I appreciate him. working out the kinks with the new stand.
Weight distribution.
Weight distribution seems to be an issue here.
On the tripod, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's because so we got the tablet hanging off to the left, so of course it wants to fall left. Figuring it out. How's this? Do I look like a normal human being right now?
Well, you look fine. I haven't noticed any issue at all.
Well, I mean, I know ideally what you really want is to be able to look like you're looking at the camera, but when you're reading the chat, right? I don't know. Probably.
I read the chat down here.
Yeah.
On YouTube. And I type down here in YouTube. When I talk in the chat, I type down here.
All right.
Patrick, New York. What's going on, Patrick?
We got a little Bolruski here. Dougie partook. I like to partake with Dougie.
Yeah, I'm having a little smoke right now.
Yeah, do it.
Hello, Cleo.
Oh, thank you, Patrick. You saw it, huh? Which one did you see, or did you see both of them? Oh, thank you, Frenchie. That's very nice of you to say.
Hey, Gurf, how you doing?
You saw the last one, so you saw the catfish then?
Hello, Gal Pal.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay. Let's go. What's up?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I wore it for Breeze for the NFL draft.
Oh my God, is that today?
It's for like 3 days, right? It started.
Well,
today.
yeah. It started today. Oh, did you watch the first round then?
It starts at 8. It started at 8. I'm assuming 8 their time. 8.
I wonder what I can watch. It's on YouTube.
Probably can find it on here. Hold on.
I bet the Packers are probably near the back of the draft. I might still be able to catch who the Packers pick. That's crazy. I've been so enthralled with YouTube these days that I forgot about the NFL draft, and I'm normally really crazy about that.
April 24th through the 26th, Lambeau Field, ESPN Networks, ESPN, ABC, NFL Network, ESPN Deportes. First overall pick is the Tennessee Titans. Let's see, times, locations, and how to watch.
I wonder if there's like some people like live watching the draft right now or something.
You can go to it for free. It's a thing.
Oh, at what thing?
It's a stadium.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant like on TV right now.
Okay. Today was 1 to 8 Eastern time.
Oh, so it's over. So we pick.
So what is it, tomorrow? What day did I see it was in the evening? Oh. I guess today was
Fishy,
late.
legit question. Are you the third Mario brother? There you go. That's retired beard. That's a
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
Hello, sister.
Hey, I'm a sister.
Mario, Luigi, and what would the third Mario Brothers name be?
Hey, New River.
Dutchman, kisses.
Tony?
I
Yeah, I'm Tony, the third Mario brother. I am a plumber.
Hi, Tash. Naughty boy.
Hmm. Retired Beard, you got to come to my fishy lives. So whoever tells the best joke in my lives, I name that live after him when I go public with it.
Oh, you don't just post them right away?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, so usually when a live is over, it automatically goes private, and then you have to make it go public. But before I make it go public, I'll name it after someone
Ellen,
who had a good joke in the.
Is
in
that a
the
function? Is that a function of the device you stream on? Because on my
Could
laptop
be.
and also on my tablet, when I live stream on my porch, they go and get posted right away.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
go.
have to. I don't have to put them up. They just go up. Maybe it's in your settings.
Yeah, could be. Could be. Yeah, mine just automatically go private after the live is over. So then I always have to change them to public. And then, yeah, what I'll do is if anyone told a really funny joke, I'll name that live after them and it will be their channel name. And then one joke of the day will be the name of that live.
If anybody wants to come up, ask me for the link and I'll post it. So a few people have come in. New River Troll, Hi Tesh.
Oh, hey, SA. I didn't even see you down there.
SA came in before. I saw
Huh?
Cleo come in a while ago, looking for her now.
Yard. So I got to go through the whole Kaiser Permanente experience again today.
Oh, really?
What's that?
Oh, you know, Kaiser Permanente is an insurance company, and when you're in Kaiser Permanente, you got to do everything at Kaiser Permanente. You got to get
Okay.
your drugs filled at their pharmacy and their building where their doctors
Oh,
are.
sure.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like, you know, you can't just take your your prescription to like CVS or Walgreens. You got to go to Kaiser Permanente's building. The one we went to last week down by DC outside of Gaithersburg. We had to go through security like wanded, and the pharmacy was all bulletproof glass in there because they're so close to DC. Oh God. I'm like, really? Why can't you just fill it at a regular pharmacy? That's where big pharma and insurance companies and all their shit comes into play. But it's good notes for me when I Skype with my representative because we're working on stuff against big pharma. So I took time to ask extra questions when I was there. Kind of like an insider.
Today's the 23rd. The draft doesn't start till tomorrow.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, you had me look at. I was searching and searching. I'm like, I want to tell me who they drafted. What's going on?
Okay.
Gosh, I wish I had the money. I'd drive. I mean, it's not even that far, but I could drive to Green Bay and be at an actual NFL draft. That'd be kind of neat. Maybe I'd
Hey,
go live.
every year I get 4 tickets for my owners meeting.
Really?
And 3 other people.
Can I come?
You're talking to an owner of the Green Bay Packers here, you know.
If I come out
Wow.
that way, I'll have tickets to bring somebody else with me.
Let me say hello to Nicole. I hope you enjoy your baseball game.
2 years ago, I came out for a field. I came out to the game to see Kansas City play there. I
That'd be cool.
live streamed the opening of it.
So I've been a Packers fan my whole life, which is like 40 years. And last year was the very first time I ever went to a Packers game. And it was amazing. And we lost. We lost to the Vikings of all people, but it was still. Huh?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I said to the Vikings of all people. Right
Yeah.
next to
once in a while the Vikings have a good season. Wait a minute. The Vikings
Yeah,
are
the
not all
Vikings are
bad.
good. The Vikings
They
are
put up a
good, but
good
you
team
just, you know,
sometimes.
They're good. It's just the fact that they're right next door, Doug.
yeah,
And they're in the same division too.
yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, the whole division where they surround Wisconsin, Michigan, the Detroit Lions to the right of us, the Minnesota Vikings to the left of us, and the
Your
Chicago
division
Bears
is
below
close
us.
together. My
Yeah.
division, right? Dallas, right? New York Giants are in the division with Dallas and Washington and Philly, which are close. But
Yeah.
then how do we get Dallas in our division?
That's a mystery. I don't
They've
know.
always been in it. Even before they did the realignment, Dallas was in it. Used to be 6 teams. The Arizona Cardinals used to be in our division.
Well, because of the teams that were there probably
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I was raised on the Packers. My dad was a dairy farmer.
Okay.
So
I've
back
milked
when
cows.
back when he was a kid, there probably wasn't too many teams, and he liked the Packers.
Yeah.
It's a dairy farm state. So I was
Sure.
raised on the Packers too. So
Okay. Awesome. Go Pack, go. Good. I mean, I was born and raised in Wisconsin, so that's probably
Yeah.
the number one reason I'm a Packer fan. But I mean, it goes deep. My family, they're very, very serious about the Green Bay Packers.
Cal Pal has a cheesehead hat.
Everyone always asks me that. I gotta get one.
Cal Pal has
Everyone always asks. I gotta get a cheesehead hat just to start wearing it.
Yeah, and well, unfortunately, I throw it when I would throw it when I get angry, and then Ozzy got a hold of it and
Uh-oh.
come carrying it, shaking it in the room.
Oh no.
So it had some fractures in it. I need a new one. I have a cheesehead sword. I have all kinds of
Nice.
Packers stuff.
My dad has a whole bedroom in his house dedicated to Packers memorabilia, and it's just like filled with Packer stuff. And then he's got Packer tattoos. He doesn't have any other tattoos. He was never a tattoo kind of person, but he got tattoos for all their Super Bowls. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know,
Frenchie, check out what my sister has posted on her channel, Frenchie. It's funny as hell.
I toured. I got a special tour of the stadium because I'm an owner and got to sit in the press. That was, like some people were like, "What, the press booth?" And I'm like, "That was kind of cool sitting in the press booth with those people."
oh yeah, no, that would be amazing.
Down and
I would
walk out on
die
the
for that.
field, walk across the field, and be out on the field.
Where do you live? You say you were a Packer fan because you're a dairy farmer.
I was raised in Pennsylvania, up like the little chimney part. I was right over from there on the New York State border, about an hour from
Okay.
Buffalo, New York.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
I was-
Lake Erie's up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's in Pennsylvania.
Yep. I'm familiar with that
Post
area.
mountain, man. Am I? I think I am. There it is.
So
Coming up, Dutchman.
even in school, the kids were like, "Why do you like the Packers? You should be they were all Steelers or Eagles fans, or Bills. The Bills came along like in the 70s.
Yeah.
Now
Sounds like
my dad loved football, so he got season tickets when Rich Stadium was built. He all of a sudden one night at dinner said, "Guess what I got? Season tickets to the Bills games." And we were like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "We won't be able to see the Packers. They'll only come there every so often, but we can watch football in real life." And we were like, "What?" Even my mom was like, "You're going to take them to the Bills games? I mean, we're not even Bills fans." He goes, "But it's real football. We'll be able to watch real football."
Well,
And-
it's NFL,
Right.
sure. It doesn't even matter once you got season ticket. I mean,
Yeah, he just loved football. So O.J. Simpson was there.
Sure.
They used to go crazy. We went in our Packer coats and stuff. People be like, "The Packer, what are they doing here in Packer coats?" But they'd all be, "The juice is loose. The juice is loose." They'd all be crazy.
Yeah.
Gal Pal. 212 Rob has a question for you. I posted it.
Do you plant the cow to get the milk? That's a good question. You want to hear a really interesting fact about the Buffalo Bills?
Hello, A-Cat.
But
Give me a fact about the Buffalo Bills.
All right. So actually, it's going to turn into a full story, and it's a fun little story, and I get a kick out of it. The Buffalo Bills, outside of the United States, are the most celebrated football team, right?
Is that true?
Yeah. And here's why.
Why do I think it should be the Dallas Cowboys?
Because the Dallas Cowboys are the most debatably the most liked team in the United States. But outside of the United States,
I'll take your word for it.
The Buffalo Bills are it. And here's why. This story is awesome. It's so cool. So in the 90s, the Buffalo Bills lost 4 Super Bowls in a row, right?
Yes.
Okay.
4 or 3.
So businesses before the Super Bowl is played print T-shirts, hats, all sorts of clothing with the Super Bowl champion of both teams, right? Whether before the game's played, and then they sell the team that wins here in America, and the team that loses, they send that memorabilia to third world countries for free, so to give people clothes and stuff like that. So there's a whole bunch of third world countries that for 4 years in a row got a bunch of Buffalo Bills Super Bowl champions memorabilia. So like and that was in the 90s before the internet like told everybody everything. So it like set up this kind of mystique outside of the United States that the Buffalo Bills were like the greatest team in American football.
Because of their 4 losses in a row. Okay.
Yep, the
So
4 Super Bowl losses in a row.
They send the shirts for charity reasons overseas. And of course, Buffalo, it says they won, but they lost.
Exactly. Isn't that neat? I don't know. I think it's a neat story.
Now, I believe 1 year, one of those 4 losses was to the New York Giants.
Probably, yeah.
The 4 losses. I think the New York Giants have only won 4 Super Bowls. I think
that's probably accurate. That sounds about right.
Yeah, and not close together. You know the way like the Steelers won a bunch in a row or close together, and the Cowboys.
Well, no one's ever won more than 2 in a row. No one's ever won 3 in a row ever in the history of football.
What's up, Too Tall Rob?
What's up, Too Tall?
I don't. If you're speaking too tall, we don't hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. Good.
I got $25.
What about the rest of it?
There you go. I heard you now. He's on the phone.
I think you lost count of how much you owed.
Oh, the battery's died on this one.
So the biggest
Mountain Man, I don't know the answer to that question.
Right. Yeah. So it was cool though.
We're listening to Too Tall's phone call. Let me do
Thinking
this.
maybe I'll keep this one for in the house and have the other one for outside.
I muted him because we don't need to listen to the person he's talking to, right?
The 2 biggest the teams with the like biggest fan bases that'll follow them are the Packers and the Steelers.
And the
Packers and the Steelers. Yeah.
You know what made the Cowboys so big was them damn cheerleaders in the 70s.
Well,
yeah.
I remember when the Giants didn't have cheerleaders, and cheerleaders were not like common back in the 70s. It was like a new thing, right?
I don't know. Probably
not all the teams had cheerleaders. I remember early on the Giants did not have cheerleaders. I don't remember what years. Hey, Monkey Man, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, Monkey. Monkey Man, I was just smoking. I'll smoke again now that
I feel like no one knows about the Packers cheerleaders because they're always fully clothed in the cold.
Well,
I don't even know if we actually have cheerleaders, honestly.
Yeah, they're building that new stadium up there for the Bills, and everybody goes in their chat site and complains about it not having a roof. And I'm like, that's the excitement of the football game.
Right?
Yeah, the snow. We used to sit up there at those games, freezing. It'd be blizzard up there.
I played 8 years of football, and when I was a little kid, I obviously played football too, and I loved playing in the snow. Like the worse the snow got in Wisconsin, that was my favorite time to play football.
Did you play football in college, Fishy Things?
No. I played like
you played Pop Warner
League, traveling league, that kind of deal.
We had Pop Warner. I played Pop Warner football. You do that when you're about like 10, 11, and 12 years old.
Yeah.
But once you get into junior high, you don't do that. You could play on the freshman high school team or, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
I never played football. I did play Pop Warner. In school, I played lacrosse. Well, every year I played lacrosse. And early on in my freshman and sophomore years, I ran track.
Good job, Bri.
Final score, Mariners, Red Sox, 8-5.
All right.
Yeah, so I ran track like my freshman and sophomore year. I was the miler. I ran the mile.
I was not fast. I was never fast. When I was in the Army, I had to run 12 miles a day. and I still wasn't fast. So, like the fastest I ever got was like a 7-minute mile. Not
7 minutes,
impressive.
not a great time for a mile.
No, not impressive at all. It was barely passing time to stay in the Army. I'm flat-footed though, so
That'll
That's
make
what
it
I blame.
hard.
that's what I blame anyway. But I could run for 12 miles, so that's something. Garf says he was lucky to hit the
There you
toilet,
go,
much less
Garf.
play a sport.
Garf. I did
Oh,
the
thanks for
feed-
the popcorn, Dutchman. That's nice of you.
Popcorn for everybody?
Yeah. Hey, Monkey Man Productions, what's going on?
So then I'm going to assume that Too Tall's still on the phone.
It
Yes,
looks like
Patrick says he's talking to his lawyer.
Yeah, let's see. Oh,
Oh, you
he
got
could
to have the
he could
extra butter.
probably hear. He could probably hear us unless he turned us down. I muted him because I could hear the other guy, the other person on the phone. Monkey Man, I'm burning down bud here.
Nice, Mountain Man. Very
Just
impressive.
because.
Cleo eats her popcorn with chopsticks? That kind of sounds fun. I might try that someday.
You know, if you eat with chopsticks, you get full faster because you eat less food, you eat slower. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gives you more time to digest and realize you're full.
It fills you up faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? I apologize. Had a phone call.
I like to
come
eat with
in,
a shovel.
Hey,
idiot.
no worries,
It's all
Rob.
good.
It's all good.
Well,
It's all
you
good.
sure look worried. I was sitting there like, man, I gotta hurry up, and get off this phone, man. These people get
Well,
worried.
here's
Oh,
the
it's
thing,
fine.
right? I muted it because I could hear the other person.
Oh,
And
I thought I muted
figured,
it.
I figured that's your private phone call. We don't need
Thank
to be
you.
listening.
I
to
thought
Yeah.
I was trying to say I thought I hit the mute button. It said red over here, but it didn't mute until you hit it. Huh. Okay. Piece of shit. Where the
Oh, I
fuck
can
is?
hear it.
Hang
That's
on.
why
I
I
gotta
muted.
find my sweet tea. Hang on. We'll continue this in a minute. I gotta find my sweet tea. Not good when I can't find my sweet tea.
You do
Senior
that.
moment. I done set my sweet tea down somewhere and I can't fucking find it. I don't like
Sweet tea.
never having my sweet tea.
So fishy things. Do you know Too Tall Rob?
What
You
did
know
I
him?
tell him?
Huh? Do you know
What
Too
did I
Tall
tell-
Rob?
What did I tell him?
I asked you, do you know him?
Oh, no, I don't. I'm sorry.
You should sub to him and go to his live stream. We chat over there. He feeds raccoons on his porch.
Oh,
Like he
nice.
puts
That sounds awesome.
peanuts and marshmallows and donuts and stuff
and the
out for them.
possum, and the possums, and
And
the
his,
cat.
his
Oh, heck yeah.
possums, his
And there's
local cat. Yeah.
That's a good time.
He's got a regular old thing over there on his porch.
Heck yeah. I'd watch that for sure.
Well, he'll be back, I assume. He went to get something. I don't know what.
His sweet tea. He's got to have his sweet tea.
Got it.
I got my sweet tea.
There you go.
All
But I
right.
don't think all will be well, but I got my sweet tea.
Oh, no. What's wrong?
Hey, Gal Pal.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you know who Jordy Nelson is? You being one of them Packer fans, right?
Absolutely.
I posted that
Yeah.
to you, too.
I used to live
In
I used
Kansas.
to live about 3 blocks away from his mother's restaurant in Leonardville, Kansas.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Nice.
And per request, I got her started up on putting lemon meringue pie in the pie case. But you talk
Nice.
about some damn good Reuben sandwiches. and ribeye steak night, prime
That was
rib
awesome.
night. Fuck, man.
I've been telling
I
fishy
don't think
things
the
about.
restaurant. I don't think the restaurant is still open, but if you Google Nelson's Landing, Leonardville, Kansas, you might see some stuff from the thing. But I met Jordy a couple times when he came home being a football star. I watched him when he won the Super Bowl when he was a newcomer to the team and joined the team and went and hit the Super Bowl and won it. I was sitting there at the gas station watching the video.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Well, the live broadcast of the TV.
Yeah, he was a legend. He was incredible. Him and Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers.
He is a hell of a wonderful guy.
I bet.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
funny.
he
You
used
remember?
to go back and work on the farm during the off season.
Do you remember
You talking
Carl
to- are you
Edwards
talking
of
to
the NASCAR? Do you remember Carl Edwards of the NASCAR fame?
No, I don't follow NASCAR.
Yeah, I didn't. When my dad was younger, or when I was younger and home, my dad was a NASCAR person. But
Back in the day, Carl lived in the same trailer court I did. And this bike shop that I was known to put a wrench to now and again, I ran into Carl down there at the shop. And oh yeah, okay, you're the kid down the street with the loud cars and shit. Yeah. Anyway, I had a Ford Taurus or something that I was selling, and he had one, and he was going to North Carolina to see what he could do to break into the NASCAR world. Anyway, I traded him the shit tires from his car for the good ones on my car for a small, reasonable fee. And be damned if that boy didn't go down to NASCAR. I think he went to a race in Charlotte. And he had a cardboard sign. Now, I used to have a sign that said, "We'll fish for food" on my hat. You know, that was just a hat I had when I was in the hospital that somebody gave me. It was rather appropriate because I love fishing.
Right
But
on.
Carl made him a sign, "We'll drive for NASCAR or food."
There you go.
Well,
So did he win? Did he win
got
with your
hooked up with
tires?
Jack. He got hooked up with Jack Roush and got into the racing game.
Okay. Did he win using your tires? That's the question.
You're right.
No,
Good question.
well, he won making it to fucking North Carolina on that set of tires.
Okay.
But
So I mean,
later on in life, who does he marry? But my orthopedic surgeon.
no way.
A NASCAR driver and an orthopedic surgeon. That's a match.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Fishy things. Were you asking Gal Pal why she doesn't go back to the farm?
No,
No. What did you ask? I missed something that you said.
I don't think I asked anything. I was stating that Jordy Nelson
Oh,
used to go back and work on the farm in the off season. He'd do football and then go back to the farm.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
for a long time, Boomer Esiason was swinging a hammer in the summer on a framers crew when he first got in.
Right on.
Right?
Do you remember
He lived out on Long
football
Island. Listen,
player guy?
I had a buddy that
remember,
was a neighbor and grew up
Ross?
and went to school with Boomer Esiason. And he said, yeah, when he first got in the NFL, he was still working in the summer framing houses.
That'll keep you in shape.
My oh my.
Do you remember?
When he first got in the NFL, he was still working in the summer.
Shut up, damn it!
That'll keep you in shape.
Stupid thing. Fucking slowpoke. Was it Ben Roethlisberger, the football player, another
Yeah.
Super Bowl?
Yeah.
he was
Yep.
a quarterback.
Quarterback from Pittsburgh.
His mom went to high school with my mom,
Okay.
and I met him. They was from Kansas.
Right on.
Yeah,
Hello, Hazel. Hazel, long time no see.
Where the hell's the link?
No, it's fine, Doug. All I did was tell him that she was married. I guess she didn't want anybody to know that.
Can you drop the link there, Dougie Doug?
Yeah, what? Who's looking for the link? Is
That
someone
was
in the
funny.
chat
Old
looking for
Carl Edwards, his NASCAR big crash. Yeah,
it? Okay.
Mother's Day, and you got mom in the crowd and everything, right? Fucking, he had the big wreck up in the fence and flipping it and flopping it and shit. And he comes up out of the car and takes his helmet off and starts running down the field to take the flag. But, you know, the cars and everything, I don't know exactly how that all happened. So let me see if I can find that.
Fishy things.
Yes,
Rob
sir.
set up
Carl
this is
Edwards,
this is
big
his
crash.
porch live stream. We're gonna see the critters come and eat tonight.
Nice.
Carl Edwards, big crash.
What kind of fishing you like to do?
The
Rob?
ones where they wind up on my plate.
You don't have a favorite?
I love my catfish, love my bass, love fly fishing, love.
Okay.
I just like catching the bastards and eating them.
Fair enough.
Patrick.
Do you fly fish, Rob? I've done some fly. When I lived out west, I did quite a bit of fly fishing. I found it frustrating more often than not.
Hell,
I
I was
decided
in
I would
8th
rather
grade.
put bait on the line, put it out there, and sit down on the ground and watch.
Yep.
I
like
was in
So-
8th grade for show and tell. I brought some of my flies that I had tied. And anyway, here's Carl's big crash for Mother's Day.
Dang, that was nasty.
Slide up and airborne into the Walt Lipton property.
It always surprises me that all the other
Hang
cars.
on, Doug.
You
You're
still
missing
got
it.
more?
You're
Okay.
missing it.
We'll watch it again.
Only 2 minutes. Big crash. Right?
It always
Hey, I'm
surprises
gonna
me
take
when there's not
another
like
hit.
15 cars piled up behind it.
I'm gonna take another hit here.
So what happened? He got hit?
Well, just patience, Doug. Patience.
Oh, there he is. Look at that. Yeah, nasty business.
Hang on. Hang on.
Leo, I have no idea what that means. It sure sounds funny.
Good?
He's out the car and heading down the stretch. I'm going to take the flag. Mom, I'm okay.
There you go. There
Now
you
that's
go.
how you finish the fucking race. Oh shit, you done took the video down.
He walked across the finish line. I'll put it up. I thought it was done. It stopped moving. There he is. Yeah.
There.
Yeah, he gets out of the car. He's got a camera on his helmet too.
No, that's an air tube.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about a hell of a kid. Look, Mom, I'm okay. Like, stop. No, let me get the line, motherfucker.
That's just nuts.
Looking inside.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay, are we
the
done with it
big
now?
crash.
Hello, Jinx. Do I know you?
Oh,
Thanks for
and
coming
then
in.
other breaking news. reconsider your plans if you're thinking of going to the Kid Rock Uncle Cracker concert. I was at the one at the T-Mobile in Kansas City Saturday night, and that sound guy, he must use a tuna can to carry his tunes because he was the fuck off.
I did not have any plans of going, so I think I'll be okay. Yeah, I know.
Well,
Jinx
I
is a
mean,
newcomer, Hazel, and I haven't seen you in a very long time either, Hazel. Thank you for coming. Jinx, welcome aboard. It's Valak. That's what I thought. Okay. You gonna Google that, Hazel? Yeah. So Kid Rock concert. You said the sound was no good.
what happened?
I believe he said that the kid can't sing. Is that what you said?
No, he said the sound was. He said the sound guy didn't do a good
Oh.
job.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood then.
No, I said the sound guy must carry his tunes in a tuna can.
What does that mean? To me, that means that he didn't do a good job.
That means he sucked and ought to fucking been shot.
Yep.
Jesus.
Nicole, we're going to
That's a little
refrain from
extreme.
posting lines and lines of the same emoji over and over, if you please.
Yeah.
Nicole, have you read the? You should probably read the guidelines. If you click on more, Nicole, and read what I say, what the guidelines for the chat are. If you want to put, a few emojis or different emojis, that's okay. But all the same emoji over and over doesn't really work well.
Well, their emoji button's got a stuttering condition.
Is that what it is?
And for your information, if you put 5 emojis in instead of like 5 letters to a word, your algorithm, audience interaction stuff, you get more interaction with emojis than you do the words or the
You
letters.
mean in the title?
No, in the chat.
In the chat. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Okay.
Interesting.
You know,
That's
it's
interesting.
more engagement with the audience and your algorithms and your vibrations and
I noticed I go to
salutations.
chats in Asia, and in Asia, the whole chat will be emojis. People putting emojis, and they put them up
Now, I
in
just
rapid fire,
thinking,
really quick. And you'll be looking at the chat, and there'll just be lines of emojis going up, and that's what they do. And apparently, what I understand, they do that because that's how they show support for the streamer,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and I've also been told that in in Asia, there's more people in the chats typically, and so they almost have to flood the chat to even be seen.
Well, I appreciate that they don't come and do that at my place because
Right.
when I go to chats, in Asia, and it's mostly ladies in the Philippines cooking or something, and it's
Mhm.
just like slews and slews of these emojis, and I'm like, oh my god, But it's a cultural difference. Wait, it's a cultural difference. Over there, that is what they do to show support. Okay.
I don't know, if I suspect if somebody had a live stream and everybody typed in emojis, I wonder if it would impact how quick they get the Pope buried.
What?
Get the what? Pokeberry?
The Pope buried.
Oh, the Pope buried. I'm sorry, my bad.
I don't see the connection.
I don't either.
Neither do I, but it sounded interesting.
It did sound interesting. It got us all thinking for a minute.
I think the Pope does not get buried for a few days after he passes away, right?
Well, there's a due process, but
I think they leave him laying for people to look at for several days because there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people going to look at him, right, before they bury him.
I mean, it ain't like it's
Whoa.
the president or something.
That's a thought.
How quick do they bury the president? You know, do
I don't
they
know.
leave him up there stinking
You-
for a week?
I think
Hazel,
most
do you really
presidents
carry-
lay in state, right, for a day or two, maybe. I don't know.
Does
I'll
Hazel,
tell
do
you
you
what,
really make
but when
juice with
I'm
your
dead and gone,
feet?
when I'm dead and gone, take my body to the damn furnace, cremate my happy ass, and have a big fucking
I-
party. Don't
I'd like to
cry,
hear what
don't
Fishy
whine,
Tail say.
don't boo-hoo-hoo.
Well,
None of
I'm
that
just
shit.
curious. Hazel said that she feels like making fresh juice with her feet. And I'm wondering what that means. Like, is
Yeah.
she stomping on berries?
Great.
Does
Yeah.
she have a condition that her feet produces juice? I
I can
don't know what's going
That's
on
called
there.
juice.
As part of wine production back in the day, you stomped on the grapes to turn them to mush.
Yeah.
Juice feet.
Well, that's how
Jimbo
we
for
that's how you
president,
make wine, ain't it?
Yeah,
It
it
used to
is.
be they would stomp the
It
grapes.
was what you said.
That's
You
how I
said what she's stopping
That's
fruit
how
in
I
the
helped my dad make the wine. We had those big old slop buckets, and you sit there and you pour fucking 15, 20 gallons of fucking grapes in there and just start smashing them. We
Jimbo
used to
for
take
president.
those, we had that bread bag, and you take that bread bag and take a rubber band and put it around your ankle.
Yeah, the
Get
bread
out there
bag.
and stomp the grapes so you ain't going to school the next day with purple feet. But somehow or another, you're going to school the next day with purple feet.
Fresh fruit in the barrel. Yeah, Hazel. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what
I feel like I've seen that in like old movies or something, but I didn't know it
Yeah,
was a
my
thing.
dad has
Oh,
a
there's a
strain
famous
of grapes.
episode of the Lucille Ball show, right?
My
I'm
father,
serious, Hazel. You're really gonna go stomp some juice?
I was trying to say, back in the day, my father was into wine and, self-taught. He got him his own strain of fucking grapes grown that he genetically whatever and stuff. And when he passed away, we dug up those grapes and took it out to this winery that Dad had a contract with. And today there's like 17 rows of his grapes, and there's a line of wine that is made from that particular. I'll have to do a little research and find out when that is, what flavor. Get a jug of that juice.
I'll drink it.
Yeah,
Fishy
that was
things.
funny.
Yeah.
Back in
There's
the
an,
day,
there's an
it was like
episode of I Love
8th grade
Lucy
or
where
something.
famously they're stomping the grapes in Italy.
Okay.
But back in the day, we had a babysitter, and after helping Dad stomp the grapes and shit, they had it all up in the barrels, and the barrels are burgling and kirkling. And I'm down there in the basement tying my flies, and I'd see my dad go over to the jug, get a little sip and taste it. Well, I sat there, had the babysitter over, and I'm down in the basement tying flies, and I heard that keg of burgling. So I went over and got a sip like Dad did, and I started sipping some more and sipping some more. I probably sipped about 3 glasses, them little styrofoam cups. I knocked down 3 of them cups. I got to not feeling good, and I remember crawling up the stairs to the opens to the kitchen, and the babysitter was there doing dishes, and I said something, I don't feel good. And she looked at me and was holding some dishes or something, and I just blew my guts all over the kitchen floor. She dropped some dishes and broke them. There was a couple glasses that Mom was upset
It
about
must
the
have been
glass
purple
that
then.
broke because I puked on the floor. But then I passed out right there in the puke and everything, and the babysitter got sick. And then my sister went to the neighbor, and they was like, hell, there's something wrong with this boy. So they got an ambulance. My dad's at the governor's mansion for some big party. Next thing you know, they're meeting me at the hospital, and everybody's like, and then my dad gets the word from the doctor, well, your boy's okay. He just got drunk. Fucked up the mansion party at the governor's. Oh, it was a hell of a thing.
That's a heck of a childhood memory.
Yeah, I mean, it
So you were
definitely,
down there tying flies, right? How old were you?
I was in the 8th grade.
And you were tying your
It
flies in the 8th
definitely
grade.
puts a twist on getting drunk on the wine.
that's more impressive to me that you're in 8th grade and you're tying flies. That's
Yeah.
actually that's pretty cool. I don't
What?
know
Oh,
anybody
shit.
else. I don't think.
Actually, there's another person in this chat that was probably tying flies in 8th grade, maybe earlier.
Cool.
Hell, I
This
think
guy.
I was 5
That would
or
be
6
you.
years
That would be
old.
you
I had my
fishy
first
things, right?
fly
Yeah.
rod. Hell, I
Yeah.
still got my first, it's a square metal fishing pole with
Yeah.
the old Zepco 22 with the all metal black 202 reel. I still got that pole.
You use it yet?
74 fucking years old. How many people you know 75 still got their first fishing pole?
Yeah. No, definitely not me. I go through a lot of fishing gear. But I do buy really old fishing gear. I go to a thrift store and buy, well, it's like a thrift tackle shop, and I buy really,
Yep.
really old stuff. That's what I like to fish with.
Yard sales.
I think there's a premium
Where
on
are you at?
vintage fishing lures, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Oh, another Wisconsin. Well, I'm in Kansas. I've got a bunch of fishing gear, camping gear, a 4-wheel drive Chevy truck, and a camping trailer that would make somebody of an outdoorsman type breed. I'd make him a hell of a deal on some stuff.
Yeah. Well, if
They're
I ever have
a hell of
money,
a deal, but a
I'll hit you
reasonable
up.
deal.
There's you. Hello, T. How you doing? I know that vintage fishing equipment carries a premium. People collect it. Old lures, the old
Yep.
wooden lures,
Yep.
and other old fishing tackle is worth money. This pole you
Yeah.
got, and I'm sure you thought about it this way, Rob, might have some
Hey,
premium
Twit.
value to a collector. What's up, Twit?
Oh, I'm sure it does, but finding the motherfucker ready to write the check is another story, or have the cash, you know what I'm saying? Let alone I never had the desire to sell that shit for profit or anything yet. But now that I'm getting older and I ain't using it and doing things, it's like maybe it's time to let go of stuff, let somebody else have fun with it.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Like I said, I just recently took up a new hobby of picking up the guitar after 30 years of barely knowing what the fuck I was doing 30 years ago. But that damn Chris Christopherson opened the floodgate. I bought a guitar with an autograph on it, Chris Christopherson, in January. And I decided after picking on it that if I was going to get back to picking, I better buy me another guitar. I now have 11 guitars in my stash, you might say. I got a different guitar for every day of the week in different colors and varieties and such.
Hello, Beard.
Hey, good evening.
Oh,
Hey, Beard.
the
What's up,
invisible man.
Hey, fishy
I like
things.
that.
Hey,
That's cool. The invisible.
Cal Pal, Rob. What up, y'all?
Cool, man. Good to see you. You
Good
feeling
I'm
to
better?
doing
see
my
you.
invisibility trick. You like it?
It's
Yeah,
perfect.
Really
I
good.
like that. It's like, you know, the dude ain't even, you can't even see his chair. You got to put a
Yeah.
chair there so it looks like, you know, and they move.
Yeah, there you go. Get a little string on it, like on the bottom of the chair out of the camera view, so you can like kind of wiggle it around to make it look like you're moving around in the chair.
Yeah.
You know?
Tilting back and stuff. I'm getting quite accustomed to that screen door, though. Hey, I saw something strange on that screen door. The spring thing is on the bottom of that screen door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was studying it when I was in there with you the other night.
Hey,
and I was
Nikki
like,
C.
I've never seen a screen door with the spring down at the bottom like that. They're usually in the middle, you know.
Yeah, or up at the top. Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, it's at the bottom. I
At the-
kept staring
At the
at
top
that
is
door.
more common than
You know why it's
It-
there? Because
So it opens like
put that
shit?
spring on it didn't have a ladder to put it up on the top. No short
up on the
fucker.
top. You put it. I've seen him in the middle too. Nikki, how you doing? I
Yeah,
had
Oh.
a good Easter. Thank you. I hope you did too.
the whole
You gotta
time,
like kick it to open it.
the whole time you were talking and I was talking to you, you had the camera facing it. So then what the next night you were there too. I was like,
Hey there.
right about that screen door. Why is that spring down at the bottom like that? I've never seen one like that. They put that on upside down. What the hell? I studied it.
My-
Down upside down.
I
My
No,
dad probably hired the cheapest person possible.
He
even
hired
like
one of them little short Mexicans that didn't have a ladder.
I was even checking out other screen doors and houses when we were out today, like driving by. We stopped.
He
and
hired
stuff.
one of the Munchkins.
Is Sujin here? Yeah, he's still here, T. Okay.
Let's smoke a cigar.
You're going to smoke another cigar. Last night when I came to your stream, you were just saying, I've smoked enough of this cigar, and you were putting it out.
That's the cigar I'm smoking.
That's the same one you're smoking now.
Oh, hey,
Got it. Got it.
Nikki.
It tastes a little shittier now because it got all wet and everything, but fuck it.
Frenchie, you're all good, man. Listen, I'm going to post Joe's link. You can tell him I did so. He's probably looking anyway. Let me get his link up.
Welcome back.
There you
Frenchie.
go. Now, is Dutchman here?
Yeah,
I see you up there. You were saying that OM was going to arrive at Sad and JoJo's. I take it that hasn't happened yet, based on the conversation I saw yesterday. Hello, Jason. At Sad's chat, right? I guess they're not there yet, but that would be great. I think Roy is live too, although I thought I had a tab open for him. I don't know what the hell I did with it. I could grab Roy's link and put it up too.
Dougie's like the architect in the Matrix.
Huh?
You have all these different screens open.
Right. Totally.
He's the ambassador. He doesn't want to miss anything.
Well, no, I'm trying to do Roy the favor of posting his link. I mean, that's all. But I did not watch The Matrix, and I don't really understand the reference. But that's all good.
Oh, it's from Plato's Allegory of the Cave. Have you ever read that?
Plato's Allegory of
The Cave.
the Cave.
Yeah, I did an homage song to it actually. But yeah, have you heard of Plato's story Allegory of the Cave?
No.
Oh.
Not that I'm aware of. It may be something back there that I don't remember.
Sure.
Oh, this is cool. You're gonna like it.
Obviously Beard's up on it though, right?
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
The ancient philosophers are interesting because I think we'd use the term like raving like lunatic nowadays.
Oh, are you guys waiting for me to tell it? I thought he was gonna tell. Oh, I took too big of a hit apparently and spaced out. You guys
It's
want me
okay.
to tell Plato's Allegory of the Cave?
Yeah, go ahead, man, because I
All
don't
right.
know what you're talking about. So
I'll try.
You're more
sometime.
eloquent than me.
I wasn't-
Go for it, Roy.
So you imagine that there's these people and they were born and raised and chained inside of a cave their whole life, right?
Okay.
So all they know is everything inside the cave because they're in chains in there and whatnot. And but outside of the cave, there's like a fire and there's like normal people that live outside the cave, and they'll come and dance around the fire and do that. So what people in the cave see is the shadows from the people dancing around the fire, and that's what they speculate the world to be. They come up with all these ideas of what the world is and what it's like, and then one day somebody actually breaks free from the chains, and they go outside the cave, and they see the real world, and it's mind blowing. It's nothing like what they had speculated it would be. You know what I mean? And then that
Yeah.
person comes back into the cave and tries to tell everybody what they saw, what the real world is like. But everybody inside the cave is so stuck in only believing in what they could see in the cave that they don't even believe that person, and they like shun them. And so the Matrix is like that story, but like evolved for like a computer time. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I get it.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Makes perfect sense. It's something that I say that I've been saying a lot lately. People, it references your story, the allegory of the cave, right? Some people will believe, what makes them feel good rather than believe the truth, right? So it's kind of the same thing, right? There's people who make shit up and believe it because it makes them feel good, rather
Well, it's
than
also
accept things that are actually real and fact.
yes. Well, and it's also societal conditioning, right? So everybody
Mhm.
inside the cave is the society, and the society believes one thing. The one person that comes from outside the society can't convince the
Mhm.
society anything different than what
Okay,
they already believe,
you,
because
you,
they all
you
believe
saw
that.
Ignorance
you saw
is
the
its own
movie
form of
Logan.
truth.
You saw the movie Logan's Run.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Michael York. Logan's
Oh.
Run, right? So they're in the future,
Mhm.
and Earth has been obliterated by nuclear conflict, and they live in a dome.
Damn it.
Now, in Logan's Run, at the age of 30, you have to get carouseled out. But basically, what it is you self-suicide by entering this carousel, and it spins and you go down, and of course you're processed for food to sustain the community and every other damn thing. And there's rumors inside the dome about old age, right? Nobody knows, because at 30 everybody's done. You were a thing, right?
Right.
And in fact, it's like some old people running the shit in the dome, but whatever. That's Logan's Run. Excellent movies. Early science fiction from the
I mean, that sounds like the
1960s.
Matrix. Honestly, the Matrix has
Now,
those same.
Oh, it's probably
Logan,
inspired for sure.
our hero
Yeah.
in Logan's Run, a guy named Logan, part of his job when he's, before his time is up, when his time's up, his thing flashes red. That means you got to go and jump in the carousel, right? But part of his job is to make sure that everybody is obeying the rules and going when the thing goes. He ends up leaving the dome, chasing somebody who ran away. Right?
Hey, Doug,
Leave the dome. 1
Here's
minute,
the-
please. And
Hello?
discovers the outside world and finds other human beings, one of them living in a library, right, who are old, like old guys, like 80 years old. And it's like a whole learning process for our hero Logan. I think Too Tall's trying to talk.
hello, is this working?
Okay.
Retired Beard,
Oh,
I would be
fresh.
afraid of you if I saw you outside.
It's okay.
The mask and the glasses and the hat. Like, maybe this guy's gonna stab someone. I'm sure you're a perfectly nice guy.
Remember, I'm a professional asshole.
You're a
What happened?
professional
Never lost
asshole. There's an
that.
art to that. We've discussed this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would recommend, if you're interested, you watch that movie Logan's Run. You could probably look it up and find it.
I'm gonna write it down right now. Actually, I want to see that.
These
It
are
was
interesting
science
because
fiction from the late 60s.
Contraption?
Yeah, retired beard was showing something to the camera.
Retired Beard, did you have a contraption? Did I miss your contraption
It's not me.
with Mountain Dew in it or something?
I was just making some, oh yeah,
I
Mountain
wrote down
Dew.
Retired Beard. So I
That's
I use fancy Italian water to make diet Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Like a Soda Stream thing.
nice.
These soda stream stuff, they're really good. Like, it's
You
better
don't
to
know
have than the
He doesn't use it.
pre-made.
You don't have a machine that mixes it?
Oh no, I saw how expensive that was, and I'm like, I'll just buy sparkling water or club soda.
Yeah, there you go. Smart.
No,
Take it.
yeah, and it's better. I think it tastes better. Like Diet Mountain Dew is already pretty natural, and this one's even more natural. Like,
What? Did you say Diet Mountain Dew is natural?
it's more natural than regular Mountain Dew. Yeah,
What?
it's like if you look
No
at the
way.
ingredients, like the lighter fluid's not in it and stuff. It uses orange juice and all this. Like,
There's orange juice in regular Mountain Dew.
yeah,
It's like the third ingredient. Isn't there like aspartame or something like that in Diet Mountain Dew?
Let me look at it. It replaces a lot of like the chemical ingredients. I don't have regular
I
Mountain
feel
Dew
like it
here. I
has
don't.
more chemical ingredients.
I've never heard
The
Mountain
first
Dew
ingredient
referred
is
to as
orange
natural
juice.
in any way whatsoever, but
Say that again, Doug.
I have never heard of Mountain Dew referred to as being natural under in any way, in any form whatsoever.
I'm comparing it to regular Mountain Dew.
Okay.
So yeah, it's orange juice, citric acid, sucralose, potassium citrate, whatever natural flavor is, caffeine,
Oh, that's the loophole. So there could be any kind of
aspartame.
poison in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
Too tall,
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
you went down, but
Yeah, orange
It was
juice
still
is
a
the
good
first
idea.
ingredient though. That's pretty
Same.
crazy.
Yeah, it's the third ingredient on regular Mountain Dew. I'm surprised it's the first ingredient on that.
That's what yeah. So yeah, that's where I was just saying it's more
It's more
natural.
orange juice, I guess. Yeah.
I know it doesn't
I mean,
seem
orange
like
juice
it's
is
more
natural,
natural.
so you're not wrong at all.
I mean, it seems weird when I looked at the ingredients. I was like, why does it taste like more like chemicals?
What was his name? Oh, thanks, Too Tall Rob. Oh no.
He doesn't want to strain his voice.
Too Tall Rob stepped off the panel. He said he didn't want to strain his voice.
Sorry about
I'm
that,
kind
Too
of
Tall
loud.
Rob.
I do try and give everyone an opportunity to talk. Sometimes maybe I don't do as good a job as I ought, but
It smells like that lemon lime Gatorade, and it kind of tastes like it too. In the pre-made one, the chemicals are first, and in this, the like lime flavor is first, and then the chemicals.
I wonder if you could get just concentrated lemon juice and lime juice and then your sparkling water and make like a Mountain Dewish type drink just with actual natural ingredients.
Oh, I've
thank
been
you,
thinking
Frank.
about that. How
Just
am
a
I going to
thought,
make
random thought.
caffeine naturally?
Say again?
I got to make caffeine naturally. How am I going to?
No, the easiest way to do that would be to chew some coffee beans, just whole coffee beans, chew them up. Then there'd be no additives, no processing.
But then wait a minute, is not your Mountain Dew going to taste like coffee instead then?
Oh no, he just said I meant any way to get caffeine.
Since we're going to do it all from scratch, I'm like, this sounds good. I'm like, caffeine seems a little.
It's hard to get stuff caffeinated without poisons added.
I think
I'll just crush up some caffeine pills.
Traditionally, when you make Mountain Dew from scratch,
Snort 'em.
you start with a big copper kettle, don't you? And you put corn mash in it. Isn't that how you make Mountain Dew?
What?
With a big copper kettle.
He's talking about the Mountain
Corn
Dew.
mash. What's up, Dill Hole? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, the poison.
Dill Hole, what's up? Yeah, it's hard to buy anything at the store that isn't poison.
I was in Jackson, and my friend's brother came up to visit him from Texas, and he brought some moonshine, and he had it in mason jars, right? And so I had a sip, and just one sip, and that was it. I'm not going to drink that shit.
I know.
The moonshine. I'm not going to drink that.
I know how to make some hooch.
Oh,
you don't want to drink it, though.
Dill Hole, Patrick, Frenchie, what's up, guys?
If you don't have to, you don't want to drink hooch.
Look at all this excitement. We're riled up now.
Yeah, Dill Hole with the exclamation marks.
You have this trash bag with this rotten stuff in it. And you're like, people are really gonna drink this shit? Like, can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not above it.
I just didn't enjoy. I had a sip, and I knew that I didn't need to drink that anymore. You know?
Yeah, I honestly don't even really drink alcohol at all.
No, I have
I
a
don't
beer now
drink.
and again. I haven't had a beer in several weeks now, though. But I do have beer once in a while.
I drank a non-alcoholic beer yesterday.
How was
The
that?
Michelob Ultra one, the Michelob Ultra non-alcoholic is really good. So
Michelob Ultra has alcohol in it, man.
there's a non-alcoholic version.
Oh, there's a
I think even
non-alcoholic
non-alcoholic
version
beer is still like
of Michelob Ultra.
0.06% alcohol.
Well, they're one of the ones from major beer companies. They can invest. They have to invest a lot of money into this. I read about it a while ago. Anheuser-Busch talked about it when they made theirs. And if you invest a lot of money into it, you can get the beer. You can basically separate the alcohol out of it completely and get to zero. Usually it's 0.5 though, and that counts. So most companies don't spend the millions of dollars to get
Right.
the 0.5 out of it. But Anheuser-Busch, they dedicated their entire like Bud Light budget 1 year to doing it. So basically, the researchers got a blank check and were like, "Figure this out."
Yeah.
Like,
Let me just say this, right? If what the market for non-alcoholic beer has always kind of astounded me because I would just as soon drink a Pepsi if I'm not looking to drink alcohol.
they
You know
don't have
what
to
I
pay
mean?
taxes on it or anything
But
like
wait a minute.
that.
The
Like,
non-alcoholic beer is designed for who's their market? People who used to drink but gave up?
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm
Basically, yeah.
assuming. I would assume it's for people who probably alcoholics, and maybe this is like a gateway to not being an alcoholic but still drinking. I don't
right?
know. I
Maybe,
have no
but think
idea.
about it though. I mean, maybe.
I
Right?
like the taste of beer, and sometimes I don't want to get drunk. So
Yes, Dutchman. You can still get near beer in Utah and Idaho.
that's why I drink it. I'm like, I can.
You can still get near beer. Near beer is 2.5% alcohol or less.
I can get
Right?
stoned as fuck and drink like a couple beers, and I'm not gonna get drunk at
So
all. Like,
you like the taste of the beer. See, I
You
drink
almost got me
Budweiser.
convinced. Like I kind of want to
understand-
try a non-alcoholic beer.
I understand fancy beer flavors. I do drink IPAs and other stuff when I'm in the bar. But whenever I buy beer and bring it home to my house, it's Budweiser. So I'm not like any kind of beer connoisseur or anything. You know what I mean?
I know my non-alcoholics. I'm a beer connoisseur for sure. I've drank a lot of fancy beers in the past.
So I don't
drink a
like the
beer that
taste of
cost me
beer. So when I drink it,
$30.
I drink Bud Light because it's the most watered down.
Bud
And
Light.
yeah.
It's like making love in a canoe, fishy things, because it's fucking near water. Right?
I like that. Million
It's
points. That's a good
Fucking
one.
near, oh, Gal Pal. Mm-hmm.
There's
Gal
sealant
Pal,
on the
let me
ground.
ask
I
you,
can't.
you were a bartender and served alcohol in bars. Did you get many customers that would order non-alcoholic beer?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, everybody looks at me like I'm fucking crazy when I do it, and I'm like,
Well, you said you like the flavor. Okay, I'll accept that. That's a good enough reason to drink non-alcoholic beer. You want the beer flavor. Okay.
uh,
I don't
Hey,
know
Dill.
that
I don't like tequila like that though. I'll tell you that.
tequila. Yeah.
I love tequila. I love the way it tastes. Without the alcohol, I would not like it.
I only smoke Bud, Patrick.
Pretty much me too.
Oh, that's the one. I was looking
Yeah.
at this one.
Smoke bud, take edible. I'm gonna take an edible here soon, but I'm gonna have a Busch non-alcoholic.
Busch non-alcoholic. So you're the market beard, right? Well, my question was, who is the market for non-alcoholic beer?
It's
that I would
usually
just
people that are in AA.
have non-alcoholic beer, but
I think that would be too tempting to make them want to drink again, right?
people say that alcoholics use it to not have alcohol. Yeah,
I know, but they're no. I'm saying
yeah.
them
It would
drinking
tempt
that.
them to drink. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, most people when they quit drinking stay away from the bars.
Yeah.
This
Here's
is from
what I found out.
Anheuser-Busch, so there's no alcohol at all.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's
Oh no, there
Busch
is.
Standard.
It's hard to read, but there's only right here it says 0.05.
So that's
Or
very,
0.5.
that's very close to water. 0.5, yeah, not 0.05.
Oh, they're not reading.
If you
glass.
drank like 10 of them, you'd get drunk.
I've worn glasses since I was 13 months old. My whole life.
That's right, Dill. It makes it easier to pee if you drink a non-alcoholic beer.
I don't
Right?
know.
You would still pee the same amount, Doug.
Yeah, but you might actually hit the toilet instead of the floor, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right?
you're not gonna be. You get the beer like happiness and all that. Like you start to feel beer makes you feel good. Like you find out quickly that it's not the alcohol that makes you feel good when you drink it. And then you wonder, like, because the ancient Egyptians, you drink their alcohol like their beer like super low alcohol.
Mine
Like,
was that one too.
Retired Beard, you've really pitched me on this. Like, I kind of want to buy some non-alcoholic beer and drink it and see how it feels.
I might have close.
Suja, Dill Hole's just saying hello to you.
I was so worried when I
Dill
stopped
Hole- That's how
drinking
Dill Hole says hello, Suja.
that I'd never be able to like drink beer again because I really liked the way it tasted. And then I tried an O'Doul's Amber, and I was like, I was at some like party. I tried it, and I was like, oh my! And then I've been trying them ever since. Like, Coors Edge is one of my favorites, but a lot of other people have tried. Don't like it. But
Coors?
yeah, Coors Edge. I drink it a lot at this bar in Phoenix. They were shocked that somebody actually ordered it.
I've never even heard of it. Yeah, Suja, in this chat room, people will horse around. It's all friendly. It's all friendly horsing around.
It just tastes like a bush. I mean, it doesn't taste any different to me, at least. Some of the non-alcoholic beer you'll run into, it can taste. You definitely want to buy it from the more major companies. Anyway.
Yeah, sure thing, Jason. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. We're not doing much around here. We're just going to sit around. I may actually go get myself a beer. You have
Like
a good night too, buddy.
And the companies make so much money on non-alcoholic beer because they don't have to pay taxes to the government when they make it. Like it's completely tax-free,
Really?
and they sell it at the same price. So
Wow.
yeah, because
How do they not pay tax? Because their taxes are based on the alcohol they put in, right?
right. So it's a good thing for a company to produce. I mean, basically, it's like a
I mean, it's
tax-free
still-
product. You don't have to pay your liquor taxes and all that.
But you still have to pay some tax, right? Like, it's a product.
Yeah, like sales tax and all that.
Okay.
But no, like,
Yeah.
State sales tax. But you're talking
but
about
it's not. You don't have to pay alcohol tax on it, like
Right.
anywhere. Or sin tax, whatever it is. Some states are different.
Syntax.
They call it sin tax here.
Oh, really? I thought syntax had something to do with, like, speaking or something. Words.
The computers.
syntax is an algorithmic term. Yeah, it means something different.
Yeah.
But a syntax is 2 words, not
Gotcha.
one. I'm all in favor of taxing things like alcohol and tobacco because people don't need to do that shit, right? And so they choose to do it. So they accept the tax. What I'd rather them not tax is, things you need. I know in some states they don't tax your clothes, but in New York they do. And different states have different tax levels on groceries and different types of things.
They removed our tax on groceries here.
Isn't it the opposite?
I think all taxation is theft.
New York doesn't tax clothes.
But what isn't theft,
Oh.
really?
Maybe,
Not
maybe,
stealing?
gal pal.
Not
why-
taking something you didn't
We bought
get
all our
or
clothes.
build or earn.
You went
or
to New
whatever.
York to buy them. Okay.
I mean, your body's
you may be
constantly stealing
right,
fluid
Cal.
from you.
I'm going to respond to fishy things, though. I believe that municipalities need revenue, and that's why they tax things. right? How are you going to run the place if you have no revenue?
A
Right.
fighting arena. No.
Right, fishy thing? You understand what I'm saying? Now, I believe that those who collect the tax have a fiduciary responsibility, the people who pay it, to spend the money wisely and only on necessities, which isn't always the case, as you well know. We
Right.
don't need to get into it
Oh.
here, but I perfectly well understand the need for some tax because municipalities need income to run. You know, how are they going to provide the service that plows the snow? Right?
But
They need money for that.
Unless somebody like volunteers for it, then you can't really trust that. And you know,
I mean,
you could randomly assign citizens to the duty, and then they do it, and then you wouldn't need
Randomly assign
taxes.
citizens to the duty. Nuh-uh. That ain't gonna work. Fishy things,
yeah.
right? That's my point of view, basically.
I don't. You're running on the operation, the premise that you need municipalities, that you need government, that you need police, and all these things. That premise denies the fact that human beings have a decent nature, and that if just left to their devices, while they might still mess up and do bad things, that they'll be generally pretty decent.
Generally,
Ancient,
yeah, but not
ain't-
all. I think that it does facilitate that having things like police force and
Well,
trash removal,
Ancient humans had society
and
without it.
and they actually pave the streets for you.
yeah,
Right? I think there is an advantage and a benefit to having municipal infrastructure. Absolutely. Now that costs money. That's why I pay property tax on the house I own. Right.
right.
I would rather have those services, and believe me, I know that it's, and I don't want to get into it, like I said, but that not all the money they collect is spent wisely. Of course
Oh
not.
yeah, no, I mean,
But
doesn't even
but
need.
I would like to. I would rather have a paved street than a dirt street. I'd rather have a fire company than not. You know, I'd rather have someone come and plow the roads than not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those things are accommodated that way. I agree that we're all overtaxed. Don't get me wrong. We all pay way too much tax. We all do. But at least we get these services.
yeah.
Ancient humans had society without all that.
We're
It's kind of
offered,
interesting to me.
we're offered comfort for control. Is what the
Yeah.
sacrifice is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comfort for control. Exactly right. And security.
Well, yeah,
And
Yeah.
security.
yeah.
Right? Being within the municipality provides you with a certain amount of security.
Some people would give up anything to be safe.
You're talking about Lord of the Beard. You're talking about Lord of the Flies, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, you
I just
were.
know some people will.
Yes, you were.
I've never read it, so
No,
So,
but the
okay.
scenario you put up about no one in charge whatsoever. Right?
yeah.
That's like a total Lord of the Flies scenario, you know?
So
Humans
here's
had
my
society without it. I mean,
a community. Without the control of a society would be a community. But so back to the security. You said you would have security, right, Doug? Murders and
degree.
violent crimes and all that stuff happens either way because there's always a certain bit of malevolence to human
Mhm.
society. And
Absolutely.
so we have the police state, the droll or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm really high. It's hard to come up with good words. But
Police state's a good idea. Police state's a good idea. I mean, think about when you hear sirens. I mean,
Well,
I just tell
I
people
mean-
that. Do you feel safe when you hear sirens?
so if no, absolutely not.
You're never going to
It's
not
my
have
heart going.
criminals.
It's terrifying. I hate that. I don't like sirens. I'd rather see a
Hate
couple
has a
guys
joke.
running around with guns than hear a cop car. But that's besides the point. I'm weird. I'm crazy. I forget
Don't
what I
worry
was
about it.
Sujit, are
I-
you still here?
We're all weird and crazy here.
I'm a fan of
There's that damn
You looking for Sujit?
Yeah,
I'm getting
but
like belligerent.
I'll tell you what, fishy thing. I am, quite a fan of like summary justice. Like you watch these footage of these clips, like in India, where the guy goes by on the motorcycle and snatches the bag from the lady. Before he
Yes.
gets to the end of the block, all the shop owners come out on the street, tackle him off his motorcycle, and beat the shit out of him. Right? Summary justice.
Yeah.
Right? There's a place for that. There is a place for that, I think. But I mean, we can't do that here, though.
That can fall out of control really fast, though.
Yeah, that
So,
will get that because, of course, and
Like-
fishy things is right. I think 99 out of 100 people are good, decent, well-intentioned people. Of course they are, but there are those who aren't, and
There's billions of people.
There will be issues. Period. You know.
which means there's like
There would be
millions and millions of people like that.
Yeah.
There's what 9 billion on the planet, so whatever 1% of 9 billion is, you know what I mean? It's a big number.
9 billion. I don't know. I
But
don't know what 1%.
Also, we have
900
that many people
900
because
million.
of the comfort factor of society, our industriousness and whatnot. And maybe without the government, that wouldn't exist. Though there wouldn't be as many people, wouldn't be as many problems.
I'd say it's the malaria vaccine.
There would be less people.
What?
There would be less people for sure because
Are you-
the communities would attrition would set in. The weak, the feeble, the needy, the handicapped would not make it without municipal support,
What is it?
right? So there would certainly be less people.
No, there
More
would still
people,
be
more
community
people would
and
die
family.
younger, right?
In the tribal state, there would still be community and family, neighbors, parents, aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers. You know what I mean?
Well,
Cousins. So
and the
that
record,
they would still take care of the needy and the sick because they would love them because human beings love. It's what we do. Like there's the rare sociopaths, psychopaths, but most human beings are loving and compassionate. You know, to a sense. I know that it doesn't seem that way because people do bad things all the time too. But at the heart of it, I think human beings are decent, care about other human beings. That's why human beings go completely insane if you put them in solitary confinement for even short stints of time, because humans need other humans. That's why we help and protect each other. We don't need the government to protect us. We're going to do it. It's in our nature.
In general, I agree with you. I think human beings by nature are loving creatures that want to have companionship. Absolutely.
yeah.
But by the same nature, they also can be very divisive and tribal, like you say. And, exclusionary, right? A group gets together, they can become exclusionary. Again, I'll reference Lord of the Flies.
I
Right?
need to read that.
It's a good read. I haven't read it since I was like 15, but yeah.
I can't remember the biologist, but the biologist was saying, I watched this thing, and he was saying that it's genetically programmed into people to kind of be tribal like that, to prevent getting diseases from other tribes. I don't know. That's all I got on that.
But yeah, I said malaria because like 56% of all humans that have ever lived have died from mosquito-related illness. So, and
Is there a trend of that dropping with innovation in medicine?
yeah,
I have malaria, Beard. It almost killed me.
oh wow,
I have
Well, there
malaria.
you have it.
malaria is
Judith?
like malaria has been like the biggest threat to humanity, like over anything throughout our
I
entire
think
existence.
40,000 people died building the Panama Canal, died from malaria.
Yeah,
Or of the 1,000, most of them died from malaria.
I find it crazy that we're scared of bears, but we're not like fucking terrified of mosquitoes when they have like a body count in the billions. Like,
Okay. There's like an infinite amount of variables that are a threat to humanity at all times. It's like insane when you really think. I mean, a shift in the planet's temperature, an asteroid, this, that, the other, earthquake, tsunami. There's
Hey,
all
nerd.
kinds of things that could just end humanity. Is this a chat where we're not allowed to do religion?
Well, I haven't heard you say anything religious yet.
Well, I'm about to. That's why I'm asking. I was going to just.
Yeah, no, we'd rather not, because all that's going to
Right.
happen is people are going to want to comment on what you said, and they'll say, "Well, why isn't my opinion valid when they can give theirs?" Shit like that. Hey, Joe. So what I would say to Beard's point, he's correct. Mosquitoes kill hundreds of times more people than bears do, right?
Yeah.
Or even lions, right?
Anything, like even the other humans.
Mosquitoes kill a lot of fucking people. I caught malaria up in the interior of Brazil in 1990 when I was up in the jungle, up in Rondônia.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't go away?
No, it never goes away. You carry it with you forever, but you can't give it to anybody. You can't. Malaria is only transmissible if, and the mosquitoes are quite specific. It's not just any mosquito. I'd have to be in the right place. The right mosquito would have to come and bite me and then go bite someone else in order for the malaria that I have to be transmitted to someone else.
Oh, wow.
When I say in the right place, I mean like equatorial. Like I'd have to be within the tropics or something where the mosquitoes live. Up here, the mosquitoes don't do that.
You
Yeah,
want to
hey,
hear a
Nerd Rich.
crazy mosquito story?
But,
Don't that get a flag?
Sujit, you want to click the link? Sujit, you want to come up? Let me put the link in the chat, Sujit. If you want to come on the panel, you click on this link I just posted and then follow your directions. I believe you're right. Dillhole said mosquitoes kill more people than anything. I think he's 100% correct on that.
Like heart
Joe,
disease, it's just nuts.
Welcome back, Joe. Thank you for coming back.
I couldn't believe it when I first learned it. I'm like, what the hell?
Wild
I'm like,
7
why haven't we eradicated all the mosquitoes? Like no civilization has ever tried it, anything? Like,
It could be devastating for us. The mosquitoes might hold some important value that we don't see. You want to hear? I got a crazy mosquito story I want to tell. So one time, I did a 15-gram heroic dose of psilocybin mushrooms, and I got naked in a forest and let mosquitoes bite me, and I was really happy to do it because like I felt like I was one with the mosquitoes and that I was helping them because the mothers needed my blood for their pregnancy. That's my story.
That's the whole story?
I mean,
Wow.
I can tell more, but that's the mosquito part of it. That's the part that's
How do
relevant.
you resist the urge to swat the mosquito when it's biting you?
Because I was tripping on 15 grams of psilocybin mushrooms.
Yeah.
It
That
was
might do it.
awesome. Everything was
Let's see, who
amazing.
do we have
Nothing
here?
mattered.
We got Joe G. Hey, Joe.
Hey,
I got
Doug, how
Sujit.
you
Let me
doing?
see. Sujit, you got to turn your camera on, right? Or something.
Thank you, Patrick.
Sujit's in the background.
Huh? I got Sujit underneath, but I don't know if he has his camera on. Let's see.
It's just somebody I've spoken with in the chat. If he is the real.
Who's that? Sujit?
Yes.
Speak up, Sujit. Sujit's real. Although I don't know if he has his mic and camera on. If he didn't, though, he wouldn't be able to get up here, would he?
Wild 7.
Yeah, we got Wild 7 in the chat, too.
What's up, Wild 7?
Well, I hope everybody's doing well. I was listening to that. That was very interesting, and I wanted to join
the
in.
tripping
It
in the
seemed like
woods
it got a little
naked?
crowded. Yeah.
Sujit, man, listen, you're all dark and shit. And if you're talking, we can't hear you. And I wish we could.
Come back up.
Sujit's here. He's up. He's here. He didn't go anywhere. But I'll
Oh,
put
I
him
know,
down
I know.
underneath
I
if you
meant,
don't make noise soon. You got to make noise, man. We got to know you're there.
I meant when everything's sorted, come back up. You know,
Oh, you mean send him
not by
down and
your
let him back
choice.
up?
Do
Not
your
by
mime
your
act.
choice. I mean, we could just do it.
Something is wrong. Okay, CJ. You click on the link. You gotta type your name. Although you did that, I saw your name. You might have to allow StreamYard to use your camera and microphone. However, if you hadn't done that, I wouldn't have been able to let you up. So yeah, something's wrong, and I don't know what it is. But you're
Cheers
more
on
than
the
welcome to come
NA,
up.
Beard. I wonder if you got a hold of some Buckler, Beard, because that is my total favorite NA, man.
I can't find it.
No? Brewed in Holland. Maybe make a phone call before you go look. You know what I mean?
I just go there. I say fuck it. If I haven't been there, it's worth going.
Well, you're gonna get something anyway, right? Let's not. You'll find something of your fancy.
It might be venereal, but I'll definitely get something.
Whoa.
I thought you ended those hot tub parties and all those wild things, you know?
Nah, I just don't do them on live anymore. The government told me
Yeah.
to stop.
Well, you also need like you need
They
like
told me the military was deploying the next time I did it.
Dill Hole.
Dill hole is in the house. You also need like 3
Dill
bandanas.
hole.
That's expensive.
Oh. Hey, Mike,
Dill,
Mike.
man, speak up.
Hold up.
Tell us about the mosquitoes, Dill. So I got a mosquito story.
All right.
Up in northern Minnesota, they call them Canadian soldiers. They're mayflies, right? But they're really mosquitoes, and they're as big as a quarter, right?
What?
They're literally as big as a quarter.
Don't, Doug, if I'm not I could be wrong here, but they used to have shirts that said like Minnesota State Bird, and it would have like a huge like mosquito in the middle.
Sounds right. Now, seasonally, that you're correct, Joe. I've seen that shirt. Seasonally, these damn mayflies come by the gazillion, billions and millions of them come, and they don't live very long, right? Because they're just there to breed or something. And so there'll be like countless dead mayflies, and for some reason they all seem to die like on the asphalt or the roads are paved.
Yeah.
Right? So you'll be driving up the road and you'll hear these things under your wheels crunching. These are fucking mayflies. The mosquitoes the size of a quarter.
Jeez.
Nasty ass things.
They got 24 hours to live before they die.
Is that what it is?
Mayflies don't bite you like a mosquito.
Oh, so they're like me.
Yeah, but they will certainly harass you. They don't bite you like a mosquito does.
Okay.
I believe you're correct about that.
And also not like a horsefly, Beard, because the fly will bite you like a horsefly.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh yeah, I've been bit by many
I fucking hate horseflies.
I swear they take a chunk. They take a chunk. Those things are nuts.
I think horseflies might be worse than like wasps.
Yeah, probably.
Horseflies might, yeah. A wasp only really gets aggressive if you're near the nest. A horsefly is aggressive because you're there. Like,
yeah, our summertime wasp, Beard, I pick them up or put them in my hand or on a piece of paper. I just walk them out because if you're calm with them, they just chill. So I just walk them out. You know, they don't have any problem. Carpenter bees are a different story. I have to flick them and stuff because they will dig a hole somewhere. You know,
Carpenter bees. I have them living in my barn ever since I bought this house, Joe. They're there every year eating my barn.
Right.
Carpenter bees are maybe about as big as your thumb, and they're black. They're black.
Right.
Don't get racist.
Sujan, I don't know what's buffering. I don't see any buffering. But
I keep an
I
old
don't
tennis
see
Yeah, you
racket.
get
anybody. Is
little
anyone else
piles of
getting
like
buffering?
sawdust. It's so funny. Little carpenter, hey, he was here.
Yeah, you see a little pile of sawdust. They bore holes a half-inch diameter into the wood. Yeah.
I always
I
want to
keep an
put
old-
like a little tiny shovel in that like pile of wood chips, you know.
So
Just
what about
keep
you? What about you, Dill Hole?
Just keep an old badminton racket around. You know the carpenter bees just sit there and hover. You can
Yep.
just whack them, man. Just
Yeah,
whack
the
'em.
Yeah,
badminton
I
racket.
need one of those
Yeah.
electric rackets, but I'm so good with my nails. Dill, I hit them every time when I'm sitting at the open door, so they never
Just use
get
a
in. I
flamethrower.
hit them with my nails.
You just flap them,
With
right?
nails.
It's
But you can
always
trim,
the nail. I
you
nail
can
them,
trim
you
your
know, and they
nails
get
and hit 'em.
stung.
That's
My
impressive.
fingernail, just boom, boom, boom. You know, that's it. But it's just like perfect timing. I don't
thought
even
you
look.
get your
I
nail
just
clippings. Now hit 'em
Yeah,
with
no,
your
they
nail
no,
don't
my
run
clippings.
away
That's
too quick
impressive.
from you. What I like most about having the carpenter bees back by the barn is that they tend to freak everybody else out. You know what I mean?
They're
He'll go
harmless.
in the backyard and they get all excited because there's all these big bees and they're all like, holy shit, and get all weirded out. And I'm like, man, oh, hello, gal pal. I'm like, man, you don't have to worry
Welcome
about
back.
those bees. Those carpenter bees have no interest in you and don't want nothing to do with you. So, but still, they fly all around and people get all tweaked, you know?
Gal
Welcome
Pal,
back,
are you
Yeah.
actually wearing football gear?
Huh?
Are you planning on getting tackled or something?
No. I thought maybe Breeze would come. We've been talking about the draft.
Oh,
So
I
she
have
did.
to ask.
I found one of my little pairs of my glasses.
Oh, let's have a look at them.
They don't have the sides on them. I don't know why, but there's the front of them.
Oh,
horn rim.
cool.
Very
Little
nice.
Wow,
Little
I would
tiny,
wear that.
little tiny.
You wore those when you were 2 years old?
I started wearing glasses when I was 13 months old.
Yowza.
My mom said when I would get mad, I would take them off and bust the sides off from them. And she said a
Can
few
I
pair I
smoke
snapped
here? Never
a few
mind.
pair I snapped in half.
Gal Pal, I have to ask if you're going to put New York Yankees behind you.
There
It's
is.
there. It's
Okay.
there. Look.
Okay.
Look at it. You see it?
Ah, okay. I really wanted to see that. I really wanted to see that
Oh.
happen. That's really cool. I'm so glad my father got to see the Eagles do the Super Bowl, you know, being from Philly. It might be the last Super Bowl he sees. I love that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
He went there. That must have cost an arm and a leg.
Heck no, he
Okay,
didn't go
Sujit,
there.
I'm
My dad
sorry to
wouldn't
hear
pay
that,
for a
Sujit.
parking space.
Oh, but his team played there. His team played for the. on the
his
Super Bowl.
team won. Yeah, his team
All
won that
right.
he grew up with. Yeah.
Try and come on
'Cause
my
I was-
panel next time. Just plug your
I
phone
always
in,
mess
or
it up,
whatever it is.
so, they're into the Phillies and the Eagles, you know, in Philadelphia, and I always mess it up too. I'm like, oh, you know, I hear the Phillies have a good chance. I didn't go that far, but anyways, I will mess it up occasionally when he's wearing a jersey or something, you know. But I'm just glad he got to see that. It's cool, you know. And they really did well up until that and through that, you know.
Every time I hear the Philadelphia Phillies, we were cruising through no man's land, and there was nothing but a sports radio channel on. And this dude had this terrible speech impediment, and he was talking about the Philadelphia Phillies.
Right, right.
For an hour. It was the Philadelphia Phillies, and we laughed so fucking hard.
I
We
know.
laughed so hard. Not to make
I
fun of
feel you,
anybody.
Dill.
It was.
I
funny at
have
the
that
time.
same. I have that same fascination. So, like when I would drive a forklift around or whatever, if I could listen to public radio, I would listen to their breaths, or I would listen to them sipping on their drinks. I mean, like I would like the context would go out of my mind because I'd be working and busy. So I would listen to the little details, and you know that just there's so much there's so much quality in that, you know. So I totally understand. So it's like if somebody has an impediment, which means like a barrier to, and then they choose to broadcast, but they have a speech impediment, like specifically, and it works for them or whatever, or it fascinates me or you.
Well, I play a lot of pool, and I watch a lot of pool related stuff in the pool community. But this professional player, Nick Varner, when he he's a really good, was a good player. He's an old dude now, but when he commentates, he says like way too much. Like
Sure.
he'll say before and after a sentence and 5 times in the middle, and it's not even a long sentence. So we got
learned to broadcast it.
counting all the that he does. And it drives me nuts, but it's
Yeah.
kind of fun to count. Good time
Yeah.
killer. I'm mostly from the scam baiting community, and I go
Yes.
live. I go live a lot with Scamula Baiter.
Well,
Pretty
I
much.
watch your phone calls, and that's why I understand too, because the character that you're playing, it shows me the other side of how you've pulled these things from reality. Because even in a practical sense, when I was at work and I needed to work on the phone, somebody who didn't want to listen to me, I might stammer to get them to give me a little bit more empathy and come back in. You know what I mean? So these intricacies, and I hear what you do. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
I've used those in my life too.
Weird,
So I
man. What up?
appreciate that.
Yesterday we did a 6.5 hour live stream scam baiting. I like to use fresh jokes and stuff, but this one dude, no offense to the Indian culture, but they're only insults to talk about your mom or your sister or your wife.
Hey, Terry.
But
They said
at
I
one
came
point-
from your wife's. I came
Gary.
from your wife's hole. Your mother's a whore.
Yeah,
Your
all
mother
that,
fucked
but-
your sister and your mom,
not
and you know
into
it's
it.
all girl. And I say,
Okay.
yeah, Ben chod mara chod, you know, pende
Mara
calabre, ma
So,
calabre.
let me
you
get
know,
this
God
straight.
do.
Dillhole, did you say you live streamed for 6.5 hours yesterday?
No, I go on with somebody
sure
else.
fucking did.
You go on
I
with
did
somebody
my
else.
very
Okay.
first live stream the weekend before last in Clarksdale at the Juke Joint Fest. That was my first live stream. I just hit live. I couldn't see the chats or anything. I just walked around with the phone for hours. But no, I got a Scamula Baiter's live stream, and yesterday it was 6.5 hours, and this one dude started the insults. And I was like, "Oh yeah, well I'm gonna rent your mom for a bingo party, and we're gonna pardon my language. I'll tone it down. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put bingo balls in her arse, and as she shoots them across the room, we're gonna fill up the scorecards." And
Damn.
it cracked the scammer up.
So you were what? You were like a comedy duo. Is that what it is?
Pretty much, yeah. I just make up
And you
jokes.
do this live streaming for 6.5 hours. You have to put that channel link so we can get it.
I can't do the chats right now. I'm on this Streamlabs.
Well, what's the name of the channel?
Scamula Baiter.
Spell
Yes.
that.
Scamula, like Dracula, but SCAMULA.
Exactly.
Scamula. One
Baiter.
word or two?
2 words.
Scamula Baiter. There it is. Scam Baiter. Is it Scam Baiter?
Scamula.
So it's
Like-
not scam. There's one here called Scam. It's Scamula. Okay.
We do
You
that
guys
a lot.
remember Montgomery Ward?
You can make
I love
anything up.
Monkey Ward. Yeah.
It's good therapy.
You have you seen any around?
Who?
No, I think they're gone.
Okay, so look what I got in the mail.
A Montgomery Ward catalog.
Yeah.
What?
Is it really a catalog?
Yeah, it's got all the stuff that they furniture.
Yeah, all the stuff that AliExpress still has, probably. You know what I mean? It's like a little backdoor situation, you know.
But I believe they. Oh shit! Hold on. I believe it says Ward's credit buy now pay later. I believe they want you to be only like only a credit place now.
Oh,
know what I mean?
what's
Got a
that
little-
thing that? Yeah, they have like a catalog where you get people like New Year's and Christmas presents, but you pay them off month by month. I forget what it's called, but it was a big thing, you know. That
Who
sounds like
remembers-
that's what they're trying to do is get you in.
service merchandise where you can
Oh, I love that.
put on
Yeah.
layaway.
Yeah, kind of like
would
a
go-
rent a center through the mail or something. I don't know. I was cracking up.
Yeah, but it had a specific kind of funny name, you know, but it was very scammy.
Remember when
service
we were,
merchandise was so awesome because you walk in, they only have one thing, like the display, and it's just one copy, and you're like, I want that, and they're like, okay, we'll look in the back. No, we don't have it. We'll mail it to you. You know?
Oh, you remember service
kids,
merchandise?
Montgomery and Sears Christmas catalog was like, this thick.
Yeah, yeah.
In the holidays, the little kids would come in the old people's house and they'd be like, grab the holiday Sears catalog for them to sit on. They'd put it in the chair. It was the booster seat. We didn't have booster seats.
I like to go
Right,
straight to the
right.
lingerie section.
Yeah, I got one of those up on the wall, like one of those old sheets. It wasn't even. It was funny because it was just my my wife, cook that she worked with. That he's retired, but before he was cleaning out his storage and he was giving us books and he wrapped them in old newspapers. So I found these old Brazier ads, $5.35 or whatever.
I'd say with the
I
X-ray
was like, that's
glasses
gold.
in the back
Gear
of all
changer.
the
They
comic
were
books didn't
wrapping.
work.
Yeah, he was
Hey,
wrapping
Gear
crystal
Changer.
and
Good to see you,
stone.
man.
He was wrapping crystal and stone in it.
Good to see you, Big Gear Changer. Thank you for coming in.
Changer
What's up, big
appears.
gear changer?
And we got Twit here still. I don't know why Beard where he went. He never did he say anything before he left? And I haven't seen
He
him
did
come
not.
coming
He did
back.
not.
Anything.
I will step
Well,
down. He might
Retired
not
Beard,
want to
man.
step
I hope
down.
everything's good. And thank you for coming up. Come back if you want.
That's a thought,
Come back,
Gerb.
retired dude. Come back. I'll step down. I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where'd you
It's
go, Joe?
Don't, Joe. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding
Well,
me?
let's not freak out. Joe, come back up if you want. Please do. Gear Changer, good to see you.
Yeah, Gerb, because it's just like if you'd walk into their store, it's got bedding, clothes, house accessories, chairs, beds, luggage,
Any
kitchen
lingerie
stuff,
by chance?
lingerie. Well, come on,
Yeah.
Joe. No, we got to go over to a Victoria's Secret for that.
For nostalgia's sakes. Well, service merchandise had it.
Joe, man, feel free to come back if you want to. I don't know why you stepped down. Beard, of course, will come up if he wants to, and not if he don't. I certainly didn't mean anything by it. I don't know. He never said a word. He just stepped down, and I just thought that was a bit strange. So.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
What are we
Go.
choosing to?
Lingerie.
Lingerie. I can show you some, but I don't know. I can't shop with you. I think you're too far away.
Too far away. And definitely the toy section. I'd go hit the toy section too to look at all the shit I couldn't get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could come up, Joe. I mean, I didn't mean you got to step down.
All the shit I
You're
couldn't
feeling a little better. I'm glad you're feeling better, Gear Changer.
I'm
Okay.
gonna step down too. I'm out of my element on panel.
Are you?
Y'all
Well-
talk about serious subjects, and I'm just here to goof
Well,
off.
what do you want to talk about? You bring up we talked about mosquitoes.
Oh man,
We talked
They're out
about
glasses.
we talked
There's
about
mosquito
venereal
problem.
disease. Oh no, we didn't talk about venereal disease. I'm sorry.
there's
Where did you even get that idea from?
What?
Hello, Judith.
I made a comment about venereal disease, I think.
I am back. Were you here before, Judith?
Judith was here before. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know she was here before.
Fishy Thing told us a story about tripping in the woods naked.
That was a
Oh, I
mosquito story.
That,
oh man.
I wasn't here for that either.
Oh, you weren't? Yeah, no.
No, I wasn't
True
here for
story.
that.
True story.
About 4 weeks ago, I got home early to clean up for. Well, it's
I don't know that I've ever actually gone out and was tripping on acid and got naked. I don't think I ever got naked because I was high or mushrooms
that's
or whatever.
15 grams of mushrooms. That's got to do something.
Yeah,
It
that'll
was
get you
the
high.
best thing I ever did in
I
my
got
life.
home about 4 weeks ago, and I was tidying up for pool night on a Friday night. And,
Didn't the
I was
mosquito
putting
bites on your ball sack? Didn't they hurt and itch and shit? I mean,
No.
He was
No?
one with nature.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can let a mosquito bite me and not and resist the urge to swat the fucking thing. I don't know.
You're not
Because
gonna
I love
swat
the
your nutsack,
mosquitoes, man.
Biggie. Nobody does that.
I
You would swat
was
your
on a whole
nutsack.
nother plane. Like,
And I got home early, and I was cleaning up my. I had a chessboard out, had the box top over here, and all the pieces. I was like putting all the pieces up, and there's a baggie in there with some gummies in it. I thought somebody had left some, the weed gummies or whatever, and I was like throwing everything away, and I was like, well, it'd be a shame to throw these away, so I took 6 gummies, or what I thought was weed gummies. It was 6 Sour Patch Kids LSDs from like a year ago. Oh my goodness.
nice.
Very nice. Thank you.
That's
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
you
the
said you
detail
did
of
that
the
3
thing.
weeks ago, right?
Look at
yeah,
there.
hit the spot
And that-
right there.
That's
And it
all.
was-
I just had to go get that. I
LSD,
apologize.
6 LSD gummies to send you on a trip, all right.
Yeah, I didn't play pool with the shit that night.
Hmm.
And I'm still not right.
still not right.
Oh, I found out. So that 15-gram trip of mushrooms cured 20 years of chronic depression. They like rewrote my brain. I've been happy ever
Yeah,
since. I swear to
exactly.
God. I swear to God.
In my like sophomore year of high school, I don't know how many LSD hits or whatever I had, but I had so many that the next 2 years, for 2 years, I had like a stuttering effect with my vision, which would be like frame, 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 and things would be like a little bit more black and white. But I mean, I went really hard. Just sophomore year, that's the only time I really did that. But
You
and I
graduate high school with your class in spite of that?
oh yeah,
Everything's good in
96%.
moderation.
I had 96%. I was like A. I was a real A.
Moderation is the key, man.
I'll be right back.
I mean, it's kind of good that I blew it out all at once too. I mean, that's a different key that you don't look at, but I blew it
That's
out all at
true.
once. I understood the other world. I don't believe there's real LSD here anymore, so I don't buy any of it anymore. But I
I've
do
never-
mushrooms. I did it yesterday. I did 4 grams yesterday,
Right on.
and I'm not tired today. I thought I'd be wiped, and I started to get into that mode, and I was like, no, actually, I have plenty of energy. Like, it didn't even wipe me out. So that's new. I'll
That's
be
awesome.
back on it maybe July. I'll wait. I don't need anything in between now and then. You know what I mean?
Right.
What, Patrick?
I'm going to take more next time, though. I'm going to take a lot more because my tolerance for 18 years of being away didn't change at all. I basically need 4.1 or 3.8 to get anywhere, and it's getting more iffy. So my tolerance is actually going up. Even though
We
like all
grew
that
up-
time down that I didn't touch it, it didn't change. The tolerance was the same. I used to have to, get 7 hits of acid or whatever,
Right. No, I mean, not right.
It
I
only
don't
hits you so
I've never done acid, and that mushroom story is the only. No, I did mushrooms twice, but it was in like the same week out of the same batch. But yeah, I've tripped twice in my life. So
It's a lot of mushrooms, but you have to trip once in your life to understand that other, thing. That's what I told my wife, and she's only done it twice, but she's got the other half of the bag, so she's got 4 grams right now. I don't know when she's gonna do it. It's up to her, She's going to her mom's house. She'll probably do it out there.
Is this the bus you can get at a dispensary or like the real deal?
No, they're psilocybin. No, they're not legal anywhere except Jamaica. I mean,
we used to go pick them out of calcium.
whatever. Johns Hopkins uses them, and they use them in therapy because they could use them for scientific purposes, but they're not legal anywhere but Jamaica.
I had read those
DC,
studies.
I
That's what led me to
call
do
the
that.
delivery guys. They give it to you in DC, no problem, but it's not legal.
I need to get my hands on some of that just for fun, just for scientific purposes, educational purposes only.
Okay.
But
I'll
Hazel.
tell you what,
Educate.
Dillhole, I'll tell you this. That's why I've always had it in my life, because the intelligence community and the NIH and shit. So growing up near them, we always had mushrooms because that's what lab coats do. You know what I
I'll tell
mean?
you what, once you're on that good mushroom trip, you got the whole world figured out. Like the universe is totally down to a T. You got it figured out. But once you come down,
I don't trust my brain.
Well,
you
it's
wrote
like
it down,
it's
I
like
Oh,
the
can't
I
line.
remember.
can't retain it. Yeah.
It's like the line
like
from
a
the
dream.
song, right? Right. Some things seem clear at night, but then become confusing in the light of day. Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Perfect.
We're right back. Just went full circle.
That's the meat puppets.
Yeah. And they probably were inspired by Plato. Just went full circle. Think about it.
Yeah,
We used to
and
get
even
garbage
Tenacious D, they couldn't remember the greatest song in the world. They did it, but
They
now
did
they've
the
just got
tribute.
a tribute.
You know?
We used to get paper sacks full of mushrooms out in the cow fields out here. The farmers started putting stuff where they don't grow mushrooms anymore in the cow shit. We just go thump
Oh
the
yeah,
cows, thump the bugs off of it, put it in a sack. We'd make like gallons of that stuff and have a party. And it was hit or miss, hit or miss. The best I ever got up was about 5 little caps about that big and 2 shot glasses. I've never tripped that hard before. But it's hit or miss with mushrooms sometimes.
Yeah, Gurf, this is our friend Hazel, who came to my chat for years and years ago. Came to my chat a lot, and hasn't come in a long time, and she's here tonight. Once in a while, I see Hazel posting at AJ's. Like once in a while, I say hello to her in there, maybe once a month, maybe not even that often. But I do see her in there once in a while. This is Hazel. This is the same Hazel.
I've yelled at a few Hazels, I think. Because that's what I do.
Hazel's in the chat.
All caps, exclamation points, just to say hello.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dill, the connection that we have for mushrooms is very, very fortunate because it's a DC pot delivery service. They'll deliver to anybody who lives there. I don't live there, so I go meet them somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But they also do psilocybin mushrooms. But the owner of the company, this is the important part. He's like a Sherpa for micro dosing. So he's got like an Instagram thing where he's like guruing all these people. So when I go buy a fruit, when I go buy a mushroom fruit though, there's not a fleck of shake in the bag because they grind that into pills and give it to their microdosers. So I get nothing but full fruits, and also they know what they're doing. So we get the ones that layer like 18-time fractals on your vision, and the best one we got from them, it was called Lizard King, and it was just a big Cubensis, like a big golden fucking cap that looked like it was trying to get in you.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
What about you, fishy things?
What about me?
So
played it out
much?
that one time.
No, I just did it that one time.
Yeah, the one time. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to do it again though. It was the best experience of my life. Things
depression.
Man, the mosquitoes would carry you off around here, and I don't want to see any nudity.
Yeah, naked in the woods don't sound like the greatest thing, but
no, it was amazing. It was beyond that. I left the universe. I was the universe. It was.
Yep. You had it all figured out.
Yeah, it was something.
That's why the scientific community does microdoses, because it keeps your brain right.
Sir.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the yuppies down in Brooklyn Heights all microdose. Huh. It's I actually have friends here that microdose mushrooms.
I guess I have to mention. You said they had the vape pens, right? Those are most likely muscimol. They're not psilocybin. They're from the Siberian, the Santa Claus mushroom, Amanita muscaria.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I would not know anything about any of that.
Well, they don't have like any possibility of a psilocybin because a red reishi mushroom is legal around the world it is a psilocybin mushroom, and it's really good medicinal mushroom that you can have in tea or whatever. And it's also not, it doesn't taste bad, but also, but it has a little bit of a,
I never knew that.
Stalls
yeah, and
Blues
it
is
has
here.
a little bit of an enlightening effect. The first time I had it, my art teacher gave me a jug that she made because we went to an art museum. You know what I mean?
What's
But
up,
it's
Saul?
100% legal around the world. I got mine from Siberia and stuff because it grows there. But it's the Santa Claus mushroom.
In
Amanita muscaria.
Wisconsin, we've got the Amanita muscarias that grow, but they're like yellow instead of red.
They're
But it's
yellow.
the same,
Yeah.
same mushroom.
No, the yellow ones are great too. No problem. Gold, yellow, red. It's like raisins. You know what I mean? They have the same colors.
Yeah.
Stall's Blues rocks. I hope you're all subbed up to Stall's Blues. If
It's
you're not,
Stall's
please
Blues.
sub to him now because he
Stalls is
rocks.
awesome. Cheers.
This
Oh,
is
we're
the
toasting
justice.
So I
Stalls.
wouldn't mess with
Yeah.
muscimol. Muscimol is a very dirty chemical. I wouldn't mess with it.
Yeah.
Psilocybin's much cleaner.
Well, in the Amanita
I do it,
muscaria, there's actually two. Isn't there like a isobin or something like that in it as well as muscimol? I believe there's two psychoactive ingredients, and neither one of them is psilocybin. But and one of them is not processed right because they used to, like in Siberia, they would have the reindeer eat the mushrooms first, and then they would drink the reindeer urine, and that's how they would trip Amanita
Yeah,
muscaria.
yeah. Because of
Uh,
a, I guess, enzyme property, right? Like in the
Oh,
gut.
That's
Yeah.
why the reindeer fly, huh?
Yep.
That's why they
Bingo.
fucking
That's
fly.
why the
and
reindeers
that's why
fly,
Santa
right?
Claus
There
is
you
red
go.
Yep.
and white.
There it is.
I'm the
Look at
green
us.
Santa Claus. I'm not red and white.
I'm gonna go yell at
Sal
Stalls.
Blue said, "Well, this is the Justice League of panels."
I
Is
saw
it
what Stall
Donner
said.
or Donder?
Like that.
That's the real question.
What was the question?
Is it Donner, Donner, or is it Donder,Onder?
I think it's the first.
Yeah, it's Donner, isn't it?
But I feel like you were going
Donner
somewhere with
and
that. Is that
Blitzen.
some kind of clever thing?
I think
Because
it's
it's
actually
Donder or
Donder
something?
the first time. They changed it to Donner.
Yeah, you might be on to that. Yeah.
It's a German story, right? I think it was Donder the first time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It is a
Saint-
German story, and I don't know that one way or the
Yeah,
other.
Saint Nicholas.
And the whole thing, the other thing is the Road Doll good egg, bad egg. It's not a good egg, bad egg. It's a good nut. Are you a good nut or a
Roll
bad
Doll,
nut?
right, yeah.
My grandpa used to say that. He'd say he's a good nut. That's a good nut there.
Yeah, from the chocolate factory. Those things are interesting.
Absolutely.
SW Mississippi Hippie. She said that we were brothers here. You know, when she
Hippie's
saw
here?
you up there, she asked, you know, fishy things.
Who's
Is she
that?
here?
SW Mississippi Hippie.
Hey,
I
She,
don't
when you
see-
first
I don't
came up
see her-
early in the chat,
I don't
she
see her in the
said,
chat.
"Hey, Joe,
She
is
was
that
here
your brother?"
earlier. Yeah.
and usually I'm in
I see it.
the
I see
same
it, yeah.
format as you too. So
where's Hippie?
What's it doing down there?
Clarksville?
Is it raining again?
Oh,
Where,
I gotta
here?
go yell-
You talk, no, she's talking to Judith in the chat, I think.
oh, okay. Damn, I wish it was raining. That's all I can say.
Oh,
Why is
why did
that?
Dill Hole
It
leave?
hasn't
Okay.
rained for I don't know how long, and you know, behind us, it's all flooded out because they got bad pipes and it's a drainage and there's a building up on a hill. Blah 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 blah. So we always have too much moisture and like, you know, still water for things like the flies and everything we were talking about to gestate on. So we
Yeah.
always have that annoyance. But locally, we just haven't had enough rain like at all. So we're
Hey,
just waiting, you know, we're waiting for it, you know.
Where are you at again? Locally?
Gainesville, Virginia.
Ah,
I'm from Maryland. I'm in Virginia. I'm from one side of DC to the other. So I've
Gotcha.
always hugged the district.
Yes, Hazel, that's Siberian Gal Pal.
Dutchman, you're killing me. Huh?
Hazel was asking, is SGP Gal Pal? I'd say yes.
I would say yes.
Oh,
Most likely.
Reed Dutchman.
That matches up.
I no longer buy beer nuts.
I'm so sorry.
That's a good one.
To lose Dill,
That's
I
a
got to
good one,
show again
Dustin.
for Dill. You know, I'm so sorry to lose you, but here you go. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. I mean, it says it's $12, but it's also buy one get one free. So you figure it out.
Well, thank you. Okay, so since the Pope died, I dug my holy water out. My son brought me that they stood in line at the Vatican to get.
Wow.
And I said, so then I had to ask him which one of them has been stealing the holy water. See that?
Yeah.
It's been evaporating, probably.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
The holy water evaporates?
No, not out of a concealed
It just
container.
turns instantly into spirit.
I would think not out of the sealed container. No. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, one of you stole some of the holy water.
So do you use that to like perform exorcisms then?
I had not used it for anything. My son and his wife stood in line at the Vatican when COVID broke out. They were there when COVID broke out in Italy. He called to tell me goodbye. They had canceled their flight out of Italy. They weren't going to let any more people out of the country.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. As trinkets go, a little bottle of holy water is a heck of a trinket. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they stood in line forever. And here's the best part. His wife, she was like, everybody there, okay, so I was raised Mennonite. We're not Catholic at all. But
Mhm.
she was raised like Southern Baptist. She lives in Louisiana. And she's also black. So her telling the story was priceless because she was just like, blah, 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 blah. And her eyes were, and it was she had never been out of Louisiana till she met him. And my son took her like all around the world on trips and stuff. So it, her going there was very exciting and everything. Then she tells me the story about him going there to see the Pope and get holy water and all this stuff. She said we were in line for hours with these people, and most of them, they had rosary beads. She just got going, and I was laughing so hard. She's like, they were praying, and they had their rosary beads, and she goes, you listened to that for hours just to get some holy water and blessed from the Pope.
I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be a fun experience.
And
I'd
of
love
course,
to watch a bunch of people with
my
their
son-
rosary beads and
rubbing
doing
his
the
head.
thing, getting into the,
People who
Like the-
do that in religious gathering places, they literally do like rosary beads as like penance for other beings. Like they're trying to serve, 100 different people's souls by just repeating and repeating. They're trying to free people. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I've seen people praying on rosary beads. It's a little bit like chanting. Reminds me a little bit of
Well, it's anti-biblical, yes, because that is anti-biblical, yes.
I had a great
it's a little bit like chanting. Yeah.
when I'd stay at her house, especially before she went to bed, she'd be in there with those things. I was little and I was like, what the heck? Yes.
Fishy things, I don't know if these are still available, but you were talking about sort of like a nice keepsake or something.
Yeah.
There's a group of Mary believers that say that she visits them and stuff like that, and they've been around for a long time. When she appears, apparently rose petals come from the sky, so you can get like rose petals that are laminated that have dropped from the sky from Mary from that organization, probably for free still. So if you want something interesting like that,
Yeah.
just throwing it out there, you can find that group. The Mary Rose Petal people,
Right. Oh, there's probably lots
It's
of
pretty
like
cool.
interesting little trinkets you could order online or whatever.
Well, I mean, there's a whole market for artifacts from saints, right? Like relics, body parts,
Yeah.
and shit, right?
They'll use bone chips so that they can conveniently put it in an altar. They put a bone chip in an altar, therefore you have a first-hand relic of a saint.
Yeah, well, they sell them too, right? You can actually buy like bone chips that they say are some kind of relic, a lock of hair or something that supposedly is from a saint,
A
or
saint.
somebody.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's like buildings.
They're first-hand relics. Yeah.
Oh, for Mardi Gras.
Buildings where they've taken like the skeletons and the skulls of saints and like built them into the walls to make it like a more holy place or something like that. I think that's a thing that exists.
They have to put all the dead bodies somewhere. That's really what happens.
Yeah.
That's really what happens.
Well, the catacombs under European cities are just immense. I would love to tour some catacombs.
Sure,
Right?
sure.
Wouldn't that just be great? And that would be a good time for the mushrooms.
Oh yeah. If you don't mind being claustrophobic and you're walking under France looking at skulls stacked up on the walls, that would be, for me, fine.
I think that would be fascinating. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can see how that could go bad though.
Like,
some people might get a little claustrophobic in that situation. Especially with all these dead skulls and souls.
Just surrounded by skeletons and tripping. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll do it in a second.
I don't know if I'd roll the dice on that one, but I might.
How are we doing?
I don't know. I like
Guilty,
watching
says
trees.
Dill Hole.
I like watching trees sway and grow and all that kind of stuff that they kind of do on mushrooms. I like watching that.
I like watching trees do tree stuff sober. I don't know.
Well, for sure. So do I. Yeah. Birds are even better. When there's an interplay, it's even better between birds and trees,
Oh. I was lost when I was real young. I was lost in the wilderness for an extended period of time. And not around any other human beings so long that I swear I started to. I couldn't speak bird, but I could understand bird. I knew what the birds were saying. You know what I mean? Like they were the conversation that was around me. So
if a bird brain, is a real thing and they have short memories, it's perfect for me because I live right off the side of a highway. So the different times of day that they show up here, I don't think they realize it's just a highway there anymore. They sing the same songs at the same time every day. You know what I mean? Then they go out there and they're like, "Oh, we can't even go anywhere." But then they come back and they're singing their songs again.
Yeah.
So on my side of the road, it's real nice.
I know. Tree watching.
Check this out. Different birds have different levels to their language. This is just my hypothesis from being lost in the wilderness. But like your littler birds, like your little finches and your sparrows and your little songbirds like that, they have like the minds of little children, and so their vocabulary isn't big, and that's why they sing the same song all the time. But bigger birds and birds of prey like crows have very complex language, and I even noticed like from one area to another, different like families of crows and stuff. They have like different slang almost to their language.
They have accents.
Yes,
If you live in the
absolutely.
country, you definitely notice them.
So they have accents depending on where they live, just like humans.
And they'll fight each other too.
Yes. Yeah. No,
they're territorial. They'll take on each other.
Oh,
and
yeah.
out of smaller birds, you know who's the nastiest? Them blue jays, man.
Oh, blue jays, mean birds.
Blue jays will rip up every other bird, and they'll take on squirrels too over a peanut man.
I hesitate to talk about it, but when Jimmy was a young man, when he was a teenager, he would be shooting blue jays because of how evil they were, and I just don't want to hear it, man. You're just shooting blue jays from out of your window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear it,
And
bro.
blue jays, they have a very distinct. They make squawking and talking noises too, and they send signals to each other too, like attack. When I put peanuts out and seed out for the birds and the squirrels, and the squirrels will be coming down the trees, and you can hear the blue jays over there. They like lay low. They can come in and get them anytime. They wait till the squirrels come in, and they come in and they come after the squirrels. It's pretty funny. They get into fights over the peanuts.
I believe it.
Yeah, I feel it's unfortunate. I never catch the photo or whatever in time. But the couple of squirrels here that are so comfortable with us, they come up real close and they got no problem, and I'll tell them, like, I'll be like, okay, get out of here, and they will then, what I mean?
I
They're
have
very
squirrels
comfortable. I wish I could take some photos, but
peanuts. You could. They'll.
I'm not
I
even
mean,
feeding them.
I would never let them, in my house or treat them as a pet. But you could have.
It's on they come up on the porch and I tell them to go away. But for a little while we have some time. I hope I can catch it with a camera because I never do. I'm always there and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Just having like a comfortable conversation with them real quick.
Yeah. The
They
best
they're quite
conversation you can have with a squirrel.
they're quite
They're
the chat.
comfortable though.
Yeah. I think deer around here know when hunting season is because that's when they disappear. Like if it's not hunting season, deer are not afraid of us. They'll just walking through people's yards in the middle of the city.
I'm seeing some of them with like a hunter's cap on, like a like black and red patch. I'm seeing a couple deers that are like hip to the situation. They picked it up off the trail and they come tell the others, they're like, look, man,
Yeah.
they're smoking
Yeah.
cigars.
Yeah.
Like,
It's on. It's on, guys.
everybody's up
It's
there getting
time.
their licenses right now. They're telling them, they're
Yep.
getting their licenses. Their hoof telling them, pointing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see it.
Yep. It's exactly.
12 o'clock.
Oh my God, is it
Oh,
really?
yeah.
That's good.
I need to eat some food and go to bed, I think.
Yeah. What are you gonna eat?
Probably gonna make, I don't know, hamburger and potatoes maybe.
There you go. I had a pork chop with mushrooms and onions. And I had some leftover potatoes that had been in the fridge for a couple days, so I figured I better eat them.
Couple days. My potatoes hang out in my cupboards for months.
Yep.
Well, they're already cooked if they're in the fridge, right?
Yeah, they're cooked. They're in the fridge.
Okay, I see it. My bad.
Yeah, well, I got to get going. Not because it's midnight, but just because I'm pretty faded with the smokes and my fasting. Even the beer is hitting me. So
Thank you for
I
coming
don't
up.
want to eat before I
guess-
go to bed like that, but I don't know.
It
I
was
guess
great.
Fishy
hanging out
Thing's
with
gonna
you.
go have hamburgers.
Yes, sir. You guys are awesome. This was fun. We'll do it again.
You too.
Yeah,
I've never
I did-
seen you up here before. Have you been here before? Or is this your first
Yeah.
day? Because I saw
No.
from the beginning.
He's been here with us.
Yeah, I
Oh,
could have randomly. I think I've gone on live with Dougie Doug 3 or 4 times now.
Probably 4 times now. Yeah.
Well, I hope I'm subbed up to Fishy Things. I'll check. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
You
Dog.
can find
No
me.
problem.
It's not hard.
Right on. All
Leave
right,
me.
I gotta
If you
check
find
out.
me, leave me a comment, and I'll find you, and then we'll check each other out, and it'll be cool.
Cool, man.
I was in Fishy Things live stream lately. I've been going to check out his live streams. He's often fishing. Oh my God, it's Chewy.
It's good to
Yo,
see you.
Chewy, it is good to see you. I hope you're doing better and well.
Now I kind of want to meet Chewy. What's up, Chewy?
Chewy's a friend of ours for several years now. And she's suffering some health issues. And she hasn't been in chat for I think 4 or 5 months, 6 months maybe.
Months, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Chewy, it's so good to see you.
Welcome
Thank
back,
you for
Chewy.
coming.
You're in the prayers, girl.
Oh, there you are.
Respect, Chewy.
Yep. All right, I'm ready to go now, though.
All right,
Take
thank you.
care.
It was good seeing
Yep. I'll be back.
you, Joe.
Later. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, I'm
sorry,
taking off
Chewy,
too.
I'm getting on that.
See you later. I'm taking
It's
off
not
too.
limited
Thank you.
count.
Have a
Chewy, the
good one.
problem is I don't get the ding when the email comes in. That's the problem. I don't hear a ding. I gotta change my settings. so that I get notification when the email comes in. But I put the link in there if you want it, Chewy.
Oh, Gerstop.
That would be awesome, Chewy. Please come up. I got to get down, but I'd love to see you. I'll be in the chat.
All right.
Okay, Joe G, thank you for coming. Fishy things. Sorry about the excitement. You left. I'll say goodbye now. Okay. I don't get a ding when I get an email. I got to change my settings so I do. Stall's Blues, you leaving? Thanks for coming in, Stall. Great to
Yeah,
have you anytime.
Sandwich you microwaved.
Thank you for coming. Wild 7 still here.
Yeah, he's still here. I did see him when he came in.
Wild 7 came in a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Good deal. He was saying goodnight to everybody else. We always, when I first came in the chat,
Oh, Stall's going to hang out. Perfect.
I didn't know who was saying goodbye to who, and I'd be like, okay, see you. And they'd be like, I wasn't leaving.
That happens all the time, yeah.
Sometimes I try to scroll back
Chewy,
up.
I did hear from Angel 2 days ago. Let me have a look and see here. Wait. Email dated April 21st. What's today? The 24th. Okay.
Oh, so the day I saw her in the space thing.
Yeah. She says her phone is messed up. And that's why she's not around much, because her phone's fucked up. I responded to it. She said a few other things. She says we'll talk soon, but when I responded to the email, I didn't get another one. This is what I said to her, Chewy, and I responded to her email. I said, Chewy emailed me yesterday. She has been trying to contact you, Angel. Please email her. That's the first line of my response to the email. And then I continued a couple more lines. But I just thought, yeah. So I don't know why she stays out of touch. I assume she chooses to. I hadn't talked to her for well over 2 months before I got this email from her a couple days ago. And so that's that. I hope everything's okay with her. She does not stay in good contact with me. So I wish she would be in better contact, but I can't, I do text her. She says her phone is fucked up, so I don't know. Now that sounds good, Nobby. Yeah, Patrick, cool. I'm glad you enjoy it here. Let me go look at LD.
Kansas City Royals. I think we played them last week, didn't we?
The Yankees? I don't know.
Yeah, I think we lost like all but one of them. You want to go out? Oh yeah. I got me a little Peeps hippie bunny.
Yeah?
Yeah. Where's it? Oh, I thought I had it. You going out? What are you doing? Good Lord, it's only April and it was like 76 degrees here today.
Today it got hot again. Yeah. I've
Did
got to
get
go down.
Did get my front lawn and my two side lawns, my
Mhm.
two sides mowed. So I guess
I've got
that's
it.
a half an acre.
There you go. You're getting close.
Yeah.
I've got to go down to my parents tomorrow morning and put the awning up for them.
Oh,
It's-
I thought you already did that.
No, we've been meaning to do it now for a couple of weeks, but now we're going to do it tomorrow morning. It's not a small awning.
Oh, good deal. Thanks, Dutchman. Hmm.
Nice, Chewy.
Cool.
Chewy, you heard what I said, right? I told you about Angel, right? You heard all of that. It's so good to see you in chat again.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's good. Yeah, good to see you. Period. Take a little video if you can and put it on your channel.
Good idea. Live stream the zoo.
I haven't thought about going to our Catoctin zoo wildlife thing. And I thought, oh, if they saw me and they're doing it, that's probably like a violate. It keep people from paying to go there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if they don't want you to live stream the zoo or not, to make a video. I think you've got to be allowed to make a video, right?
Yeah.
And then post it.
Just to take a video and post it on your channel. I thought about actually going in there and trying to live stream going through the zoo. I tried to do that live stream of them dropping the key at midnight. That was a total disaster. I couldn't see chat on my thing.
It's okay. You can say the weather's shit, Hazel. (21°C), I think, is like 70 degrees, isn't it?
Oh, good deal, Chewy.
Thank you, Chewy. I did put the link in the chat if you have any interest, Chewy. But you don't have to come up. It's all good. I am just so happy to see you come into the chat and talk, Chewy. That really made my evening. It was snowing a week ago, says Hazel. It was snowing last week in Jackson, Wyoming. I know that. Okay.
Just stay in the house. Nine days ago weather here.
I gotta have a look at that now, Nobby, since you posted it. Looks like blue skies and sunshine, Nobby. Oh, look at these beautiful scenes. I saw this video. Nobby, I've already watched that one. Instantly stay in the house.
Growing plants, Dougie.
Hazel, I don't have any growing. I do got to get some and put them started. I'm going to start them right outside. I will grow some plants. I've still got some of the last ones I grew. I'm still smoking the weed from the last ones. I do got to get started, though. I'll be putting them in the yard. I'm not going to have them up here in the attic, I don't think. Maybe next winter. We might actually do some renovations up here in the meantime. Kind of why I don't want to start them up here. I hate to say it, but I may actually have to move all this crap out of here and put it in the barn so I can get some renovations going up here. Tomorrow, high of 50 in Jackson and a low of 30. That sounds right. That's what it is in Jackson this time of year.
Oh
Now, 50 degrees in Jackson, if it's sunny out, that's T-shirt weather. That is T-shirt weather for sure.
Come on.
Hazel, the answer is yes. Gurf could use a caregiver. Mountain Man, 45 and raining. Well, it gets a little cooler. You'll get some more snow. Wouldn't that be great? The rain, yeah, I know that happens. I know when I spoke to someone in Jackson last week, they said they had 4 inches of snow overnight. Good hockey game in Colorado. You might go to overtime. Are you a fan of the Colorado? I don't even know the name of the hockey team, Mountain Man. I don't even know the name of the team. Let me think. I should, but I don't.
Northwood Peachtree was live last week, and he had snow. Remember?
Yep, I remember. Hello, Chewy. Chewy, if you're speaking, we're not hearing you. Although it's good to see you up here on the panel. We're not hearing anything if you're speaking. It's dead silent. Oh, down you go. Okay. You got a 100-inch screen, Mountain Man. I hope you don't put us up on that fucking thing. Right? That'd be huge. That'd be larger than life. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Hazel. I'm sorry to hear that. Smoke break, right? Gurf, I'll send Mountain Man down from Wyoming to take care of you down in Longwood, Longmont. If that happens. Looks pretty good. You must be talking about Galpal looks pretty good, right? Yeah. Yeah, sure, Chewy. Here's the link again. You got to set it all up again. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Hazel. Four minutes and we're into overtime.
In 4 minutes, you're in the overtime. 4 minutes is plenty of time. Right?
Oh, hey, Wild Adventure. You have a good night.
Thank you for coming in, Wild 7. You're always welcome here. Glad you had a good time. I hope, that's what it's about.
Oh, here's my little peeps.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, look at that.
He's got a little peep stamp on his butt.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
He was left over in the Easter stuff.
Leftover Easter stuff.
Yeah, he made me think of my time period. Except for we didn't have the. Well, yeah, we drew smiley faces, but it's got the little flower and the little love. And he's a peep. Oh, I'm a sister's back.
Yep.
Oh, he was here earlier, Mountain Man. Beard. That's retired Beard. Yeah, I gotta hook up with him. I want to send him that sweater I got him. The Christmas unicorn sweater. Sugar is heavenly. Yeah, don't take us by stores after the holidays or all the stuff's on clearance. That's how I ended up buying that little shopping basket I showed you last time. I can't wait to give it to her. Her birthday's so far away.
Heavily sugared raisin bran.
It's good to see you too, I'm a sister. How sweet it is. Yeah, soccer and hockey are like two sports. You figure the goalies are the ones that bust their asses, right?
I'm always amazed that soccer is not a higher scoring game because the goal is so large, right? I'm always surprised that the scores in soccer aren't like in the double digits. But I guess the truth is it's just not that easy to score a fucking goal in soccer, right?
Not when you got a good goalkeeper.
Good goalkeeper, good defenseman, yeah.
Yeah, some of the saves they make is unbelievable. They literally fly across the air.
Mm-hmm. Hockey, I can understand because the goal isn't that big, and plus you're shooting the puck with a stick.
Yeah, but
the goalie takes up half of the goal anyway. But soccer, it's like the goal is like what, like 15 feet across or something, right? No.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, but the puck just like amazingly slides in under like a spot that's totally you'll be like, where'd the puck go? And everybody will be cheering it sitting in the thing. You'll be like, how did it even get past him?
We'll take it easy, sister, okay? It's good to catch and release.
Raisin bran with honey. How about those honey bunches of oats? Is that what they're called? Those things are pretty good.
The honey bunches of oats are good.
Oh, honey bunches of oats with almonds.
With almonds. I have to say, I think my favorite cereal, but I don't buy it very often. I do sometimes, is Captain Crunch. Right? That'd be my favorite.
I'm a fan of Rice Krispies and the Chex cereals. Rice Chex, Wheat Chex, Corn Chex.
Well, we never had like Rice Krispies and Corn Flakes growing up. That was all my mother. She wouldn't buy any cereals that had like sugar added or that were funny colors. You know what I mean? I like Rice Krispies. I like Corn Flakes still to this day. I'm not a fan of Fruit Loops. There's a few that I like though. There's a few that I discovered I liked that I ate usually I think at a friend's house. And those were honeycomb, right? I discovered honeycomb and I was like,
How other person spoke English. Oh,
Chewy.
Chewy.
It's okay. I'm sorry that you can't manage to find your way up. I don't know what the issue is. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for coming. It was good to see
As
you.
I told you, Angel did email me 2 days ago. First time I heard from her in months. And I said to her, please send Chewy an email. I told her you were trying to get in touch with her. Hazel's still here. And also, Chewy, man, I just hope that you beat this thing and that you feel better and you recover and that you're around for another 30 years or more. I don't want to limit it. 40 years, right? Please do your best.
Oh, bad timing for penalty.
Mountain Man, did they go to overtime now? Whatever happened with that? Colorado, who are they? Are they the Sabres? Who's the Colorado hockey team?
Buffalo, it's the Sabres.
Yeah, who's the Colorado hockey team? The Avalanche? How about that? Maybe they're the Colorado Avalanche, right?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, he's right. Mountain Man says it's the Avalanche. Yeah.
Captain Crunch stirred in soft vanilla ice cream. That does sound good. I also like shredded wheat.
Mm-hmm. I better go see what the National Day is.
Oh shit! Yeah, I put the dog out, didn't I?
You did, but he's
How
loving
long?
it.
5 minutes, 10 minutes.
It might have been 10 minutes ago, but probably closer to 5. It wasn't that long ago.
He'll be all covered in mowed grass. That's the first time I've mowed. Some of that shit was long.
I believe it, yeah. So it's National Pigs in a Blanket Day, which is really just hot dogs rolled up in Pillsbury dough, right? It's also National Bucket List Day. Those are the two I'm going to use.
Now,
The other names are just so long. It's like prohibitive.
Did your mom make pigs in a blanket?
Yes, my mom used to make pigs in a blanket.
And how did she make them?
I think she used you pop one of these doughs, you know, the tube, and you make little
Now, see,
croissants out of it or something, right?
That's not how my mom made them. She
would roll the dough.
No, she made them with bacon wrapped around them with toothpicks. She put the bacon on one end and stuck a toothpick, and then she wrapped the bacon like solid, thick all the way around the hot dog after she sliced it and put the cheese in it.
Yep.
And wrapped it really tight with the bacon and put the toothpicks on the other end. And so it would hold it real tight, the bacon wrapped around it, and then stuck them in the oven and baked it. That was pigs in a blanket.
That sounds better.
We never had them with the croissant things.
Bacon makes everything better. We had bacon wrapped hot dogs too. We didn't call them pigs in a blanket, but yeah. It's also Take Our Sons and Daughters to Work Day. I'm not going to use that one.
Oh, maybe Sonic's. I know Sonic's has good foot-long chili dogs.
Mm-hmm. Bucket list day and pigs in a blanket day. That's what we're gonna be.
Their onion rings suck though. What were those things my dad got from Jimmy the Greek? They were chili dogs, but they didn't call them that. They were Greek. They called them.
There's another name for a chili dog out west. They call it a coney, I think.
That's not what they called them either.
Yeah.
Let's see, what was the name of that place? And they called the guy Jimmy the Greek.
What was it? Hazel, your device is not connected. Okay, there you are. You ready? Hello, Hazel. Long time no see. Good to see you again.
I know. I just wanted to say
Hello.
hi.
I'm sorry you said in the chat you had an accident. I'm very sorry to hear that.
I didn't know that your breast can mess up in a car accident. I didn't know that.
It's news to me too. Yeah. So what? So what do they do? They put you back together.
No, because my right nipple has swelled up so bad to like one of those candies back in the day, like those gummy candies, those big fat scribbles. It was like that, and the doctor said if it didn't drain by itself, he would have to slit it open.
Oh.
That's how bad it was.
Damn. That's no
And it was
good.
hurting so bad. I had to stuff my bra, like stuff it. I had to miss like a week of work because my shirt would be like this. It would be like, lumpy.
Yeah. Well. Damn, that was a car accident?
Yes.
So, what did the airbag blow up in the impact?
Yeah, there were small, like the small ones, but all four of the small ones came out the door. And I couldn't even open the door. I was trying to kick the windshields out, and I thought it was gonna catch on fire because we slid into a ditch, a small ditch.
It was the airbag that caused the damage. Is that what you're saying?
No, because when we got hit, the whole right side of my body, the inside is shifted to the left. So that's what did it.
Okay. Shifted to the left.
Yeah. Like when the lady hit us, like my whole body was like boom, and it just shifted.
Wow. Galpal?
What?
Oh, I thought you had a question.
No, I'm running all that through my mind.
You're on your phone, Hazel, right?
No, my tablet.
You're on your tablet. Okay.
I got like 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank God you're still alive.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna catch on fire. I had a panic attack, and my friend I was with, he was still sitting in the car when I got out. I'm like, get out! I'm yelling at the car. I'm like, get out! Why are you still sitting in there?
You were worried that the car was going to catch on fire.
Yeah, like
You
because
were
I
trying
never
to get
got
out. You were trying to go out through the windshield.
I did. I kicked it. I tried kicking it, like the movies. I did. I sure did.
Yeah, Dutchman, it's Hazel. I was gonna say, you have your YouTube tab, so you got to mute the YouTube tab. We all hear an echo. I don't think you hear it.
Oh, yeah, it's probably my tablet I'm on.
Well, no, it's what it is this: you had a YouTube tab before you clicked on the link to come up. you've got to mute the YouTube tab. Otherwise, you'll hear it in both places.
Okay, hold on.
You can try it. I'm not worried though.
Okay, is it still doing it?
Let me see.
I'm still
Nope,
echoing.
you did it.
There you
You're
go.
not doing it
You got it. You got it.
You fixed it, man. You muted the YouTube, and it's better.
My house is hot. My house is so hot. That's why I'm sweating. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's probably getting humid down there already, right?
I don't know why the hell it's so hot in my house. Probably because I have a one bedroom townhome, so everything is upstairs. So I think that's why it's so hot.
Yeah. So we still hear the echo. Whatever it was you did, it didn't seem to do it. German Anarchist 2.
Okay.
Is this the
Okay.
Diddy party?
I'll just.
No,
I'll exit out because I don't want to be echoing.
Well, this is what you do. You can drop down and go back in YouTube and then mute it so you can't hear Gal Pal and I talking. Once you have it muted, click on the link again and come back.
Okay.
Okay? Try that. So let's have a look at the German Anarchist, shall we? Oh, he's got subs. Or it's that frog guy.
Okay. Wait. No. Okay. So. Wait. So exit out of StreamYard and then exit out of StreamYard.
Yeah. Go back where you were in the chat, and then mute that. Like you hit the microphone so it mutes, so that you can't hear Gal Pal and I talking. Then click on the StreamYard link. I'll put the link back in the chat.
Okay. It might. I'm on a tablet, so it might not have all the utensils. As a.
You can still mute
I'll
it. Don't
try.
you have the option to mute? Don't turn the volume down. Hit the microphone icon so it mutes. Puts the echo to the microphone. You know what I'm talking about? No? Try and have a look on your YouTube tab and see if you see a little microphone in the bottom left.
Hello.
I think she's left. Bands. So now we got crayons. Okay. Let's get rid of some of these people. That one will go. I guess crayon's gonna go too, right? Let's see. Get rid of that one. There was another one. Anarchist guy, right? Let's see. Let me put the link back in the chat. In case Hazel gonna try and come back up. Did I mute you? Or you did that? You did that, okay. So Hazel, now that you're down there, you gotta mute your in the bottom left. I don't know. I think you'll see on the bottom left, you'll see a icon for a speaker, right? Okay. Okay, Hazel. Now, yeah, there you go. Okay. You're back, Hazel. And I don't hear the echo now, do I? No, I don't.
Is it an echo now?
No, there's no echo now.
Good.
Good.
But yeah, I did not know that your breast can swell up when you get into a person, and that really tripped me out. Cause I woke, it just like it did it like let's say like like 3 weeks later, it just swelled up. And
Okay.
it was like a bunch of like yellow fluid in there and like blood and blood clots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought it was gonna catch on fire because I never been to a car accident like that before. And then my friend was just sitting in there because we were drinking before, and then he's just sitting in there. I'm like, get out! Like you just sitting in the driver's seat, just looking for a handle, trying to get out. Just get out the damn car. I don't know if it's about to blow up or what.
So you got out. The car didn't blow up. Was anybody hurt in the accident?
His body was hurt. My body was hurt, but
Nobody
no,
died.
everything was fine. No, nobody died. But then you can tell the lady that hit us didn't know what the fuck she was doing, because she getting out the car and she looking all scared and big-eyed and taking pictures, just lost. I'm like, okay.
Hazel, can you read the chat?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, you see High Test, One High, and TR.
Yeah, but I can only see it if I can't see the screen and the chat at the same time though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, TR's in here now. She's like, hi, Hazel.
Who is this Catalyst? The Catalyst is
They're a
flooding
troll.
the thing.
Why do they keep coming back? I don't know, but they do.
Yeah, we're getting trolled. We're getting trolled. And High Test was in here. Hey, Hazel.
Let me see where I'm at now. There
Like
he
it's so
is.
much I can't even see his messages.
Yeah, no, it's fine. He's just a troll. He's not leaving anything back there we need to see. So. Let me just have a look back over here then. Okay.
Yeah, everything's fine, Nicole. All right, let me go get Ozzy.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Tazzy Joe, how you doing? So, Hazel, I see you in chat once in a while. You said you go to Willie's, and I know I see you at AJ's, right?
Well, I go there randomly.
Randomly. Are there other chat sites where you go and talk?
No, just Willie T's. I heard the beach one. I think it was called Sapphire Beach. That's closed down now.
Yeah, there's no more Sapphire Beach. Yeah.
Oh, and I go to Times Square still, and White House.
You know what? I go to the White House. I haven't been to Times Square in a long time, but
yeah, it's still there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's different now. But last time I was looking at Times Square, all the people that used to be there, they're gone, right? I don't see them anymore.
Yeah. I'm trying to join the chat.
You trying to look at the chat? It's Twit and Tazzy Joe out there.
Okay, now it says I have to sign into StreamYard to join the chat, huh?
I don't know. If you want to chat in the chat, I'm not sure how you do that. If you have more than one device, this is what I would advise you. Use the StreamYard on a different device than you're in YouTube on, right? Put the YouTube up on one device and that way you can turn the volume all the way down, and then come on StreamYard on the
I'm
second
gonna
device.
pull up YouTube on my TV so I can chat and then use my tablet like that.
1 minute, TR, I'll get it. Okay, put it on the TV so you can read the chat. Of course, why not? Let me put this in the chat for TR.
Oh, I need some canned goods.
Hey, Joe, welcome back.
Dang, Dill. I've had bad experience at some live streams where they come in, they take advantage of the streamer because the streamer has disability or some other issues, and they're vulnerable. So the trolls come in and take full advantage, and it's been pretty nasty in the past. I've seen people get pretty taken advantage of, let's say, by the trolls. I don't find that kind of thing funny. I know some people do. They actually think it's great, and that's what YouTube's all about. But that's not me. I tried to help. It didn't do much good. Unfortunately, it was a lady who used to come on my panel quite a bit, and then stopped coming when all of this nonsense started happening. Yeah, Twin, I don't know.
Sorry, everything is dead.
Everything dead?
My phone, everything. I'm just trying to charge them.
Yeah, okay, no worries. It's almost 1 o'clock anyway, and I'll probably be shutting it down shortly.
Sister.
This is so annoying.
I don't know, Twin. See, I don't know. I never used headphones. I never used a mic. I don't ever use the devices, the camera and the mic that's on the device I'm using.
Thank you, Tessie. I'm sorry, my nose is probably all in the camera.
Oh, you're okay.
Oh, is that the Hawaiian Punch guy?
What you say?
The Hawaiian Punch guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I burnt my chicken.
You burnt your chicken?
Yeah, I baked it in the oven. I forgot to take it out.
That's not gonna work. How badly burnt is it? Is it salvageable?
Yes, eatable. It's just
Okay.
darker than what it's supposed to be.
You showered at a baseball game. Oh, the chat.
Overdone is better than underdone with chicken. You're right about that, Joe. Absolutely.
I didn't hear you, Dougie.
No, I was reading.
Oh.
Yeah, this what I was reading. Tazzy Joe's comment. Thank you for coming,
Y'all know-
Dutchman. I'm going to set up the port stream soon.
Oh, Chewy's back,
Yeah,
Doug.
I got it.
Wait a minute. What, Hank?
Yeah. Are you in India?
No. I'm in Maryland.
Okay.
I'll post that. I'll post that, High Cash. Okay.
I'm finally moving this year.
What's up, Twit?
Where you going?
Same
Twit.
city. I mean, same state, just a different city.
Same state, but a different city.
Yeah.
Okay. You moved? Or you
No,
moving?
this year.
This year you're gonna move. Okay.
I stay in Taylor, Michigan, but I'm moving to Southfield, Michigan.
So what's going down in the town?
Twit, nothing going on much here. I'm gonna shut the stream down soon. I was thinking Chewy was gonna try and come back up again.
She did. She's here. She asked for the link.
Yeah, I did. I put the link in. I saw that and I put the link. So I'm just hoping she does.
$10 a week.
Oh, yeah,
Hazel-
Joe.
That's
My
pretty
son-
good, Joe.
I'm looking for another place. He said everything in Louisiana is like going crazy and raising everybody's rent.
So oh, look at that. Nice t-shirt.
Thank you.
That is the Hawaiian Punch guy. So I since Scalpel said that I was trying to get a look.
You're paying
Is that
about
a
as
lot,
much.
Joe? Joe, is that a lot or is that a little? Chewy, I'm going to put the link in your email.
1240.
What is that a month, Joe?
1240, right?
It doesn't work out that way though. If you go, you got to do something like this echo's putting me off.
The Echo, yeah.
Do you have earpods or anything like that, Hazel?
I haven't figured out what's causing the echo yet.
It's echoing the
Hazel.
camera?
Yeah.
All
You
right.
just don't hear it.
Do you
Yeah,
have
I'm
like
just-
a phone headphones with a built-in
Tablet.
microphone?
Tablet.
No, I'm talking about AirPods with a
No.
built-in microphone.
No.
Okay.
I'll just exit out.
Okay. Hazel, I'm gonna shut it down in the chat anyway. It is 1:00. So
I'll be back in chat. I'll just close the video down.
okay, thank you. I'm actually gonna shut the thing down pretty shortly. So
It'd be nice to work it out. So
yeah, the echo
Yeah.
is it. When it's quiet, it's one thing, but when it gets loud like that, and I don't understand.
Yeah, because it started off okay.
Mm-hmm. It started out fine. I don't know what happened. Yeah. Chewy, I did send you the link in the emails if it makes it easier.
Yeah,
It'll still be there. So
I'm paying $12.60 a month.
I'm
for
gonna
mine. I think that might be.
I assume
pretty
Hazel's
high
on the way
for
down.
Tasmania.
Send it down.
Oh, Hazel, it was good seeing you.
Well, she's already frozen. She's still here, but she's not moving. She's frozen. I think she was jumping down. She did say goodbye.
Yeah, she's in the
Okay,
chat
Hazel,
now.
no worries. No worries, Hazel.
Yeah, I've never tried it on a tablet, but yeah, I just got a feeling you'd have to plug in headphones with a built-in microphone because the speakers on the it'll probably be picking up the speakers on the tablet.
Yeah, probably. But you got to have that though to do. You know what I mean?
You got to have what?
The headphones, right? She may not have them sitting there on hand with her.
But when you buy
we haven't seen it in forever.
when you buy a phone, you usually get a set with it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I have no idea. Okay,
I know
in the
you
chat.
don't.
Hi, Tesh, Hazel, Tazzy Joe, Gurf, Dill Hole, Siberian Gal Pal, Nicole Reese. I'm a sister. I'm a sister. Anybody else who I neglected to mention who's still here?
Gurf
Dill
was
Hole.
down there.
Stall's still here. Dutchman said goodnight. I'm gonna shut the chat down.
Hi, Tesh.
See you later.
Not
Thank
there.
you.
Not so
Silly,
technical.
silly.
End stream.
Inbox me.
If anyone wants to come back,
game over.
Join us. Just say so now. I'll drop the link before I go.
Caca.
I'll do that anyway.
We'll have an off chat.
Gurf, hi Tesh.
Gurf, you're fine. I don't have a problem with you at all.
I'm a
Gurf.
sister. Anybody want to come back?
Who wants to have
Grab
a
that link.
backstage chat?
Friends are
Grab the link.
That's what friends are for, Gurf.
That's what friends are for. The good time.
Up to you, sister.
The bad time.
We'll see y'all later.